I think we're here. Are we here? Are we here? Hello, everybody. Let me know. Am I here? How's everybody doing today? Wednesday, my dudes. It's Wednesday. Loki finale. That's the thing that happened today. Woke my happy ass up at 6:30 this morning because I knew what was going to happen if I didn't. I was going to be spoiled on Twitter. I knew. And I don't have the self-control to not go on Twitter during the day. I do not have that self-control, especially when I'm at work, when I'm looking up regular stuff, like sports stuff. Like today, Richard Sherman got arrested, and that was a big breaking news story that we did. We had to find tweets and stuff. So, yeah, I woke up at 6:30 this morning to watch it, and we're going to talk about it today. So let's see how everyone is doing. If you are just in here, say what's up. Alex is here. I am back. You are back. Happy Wednesday. Guess it's the end of live action Marvel content till Shang-Chi. Yeah. We're going to get What If, which I think looks cool. Like, it'll be fun. I'm not planning on really doing any content around that because it's not canon. It's not live action stuff. So I don't really, I'm not really going to do anything around that. But yeah, I mean, but we will have trailers coming. Like we're gonna get a Spider-Man trailer. Everyone was like mad that we didn't get one sooner, but like I think a lot of us in here knew Loki was gonna set something up, so we had to wait till Loki was over. I think we all kind of knew that. I think we were all kind of on that same page. But yeah, and now we know why. So we'll get a Spider-Man trailer. We got to get into the Eternals trailer soon. We're going to have some content. It's not going to be in the form of a long show. It's not going to be in the form of a movie, but it's fine. And honestly, we've been like just bombarded with like Marvel, which is great. I'm not saying that's bad. That's great. But yeah, I think taking a little break is not always too bad. Aiden is not here, but I'm going to put it up and say, what's up? Thank you for leaving a chat. Marvel Studio, hello there. Hello there. Happy Loki Wednesday. I'm so hyped for this stream, and we will get into this. I have not taken my victory lap yet, but we will get into this. I'm going to wait till Sasha's in here to take my victory lap. In the finale, at first, I wasn't crazy, but it grew on me. It's not the finale I expected. Yeah, we'll get into the thoughts. But yeah, I bet you we'll get a Spider-Man trailer by this weekend or next week. Not getting one this weekend. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you we're not getting one this weekend. It's not happening. One, there's no big Escape Room's not Sony. No, there's no big Sony movie coming out or Marvel or Disney movie coming out. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. You're not going to play that big trailer in front of a studio film that is not yours. And two, I have sources. So I think I have a good idea of when it's going to come out. I'm not positive when it's going to come out, but if what I'm hearing from my sources is true, it ain't coming out this weekend. Near future, maybe though. I mean, we're to the point now where we kind of got to get one. We're past that 6-month till mark. That's usually around the time when we get a first trailer. Is around 6 months out before the film's released is usually when we'll get a trailer. So sooner rather than later is what I think. I don't know. Like, I have sources, but who really knows? When it happens, it happens. I'm going to try to get a trailer reaction out. It's tough because I work and I got to be in at work, and the time zone that I'm in, they come out late. They come out at 8 a.m. where I am, and I leave for work around 8:30-ish. I did time myself doing one of my Logic reaction videos. I was able to get a video out in 23 minutes from start to finish, from starting to record the video to editing it, uploading it, and posting the social. It took me 23 minutes. So it's doable. I can do it. but I will really have to be on my toes. Because like the Eternals trailer I was completely caught off guard. I was not ready. Like I will have to be ready to leave for work. I will have to have already taken a shower. I will have to have already gotten dressed. I comb my hair and do all that. I will have to literally be ready when I publish the video to get up out of my chair, turn my computer off, and leave. With Eternals, I hadn't even taken a shower yet. Because I had no idea that trailer was going to come out. No idea. So, yeah. I don't know why the heck my chat's not showing up over here. But say what's up, guys. Last Loki live. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty crazy. There we go. Chat's up on the other screen. Say what's up. Say what's up. I don't know what we're going to do on Wednesdays now. I'm talking channel-wise. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, obviously, you'll get a video to supplement it. But I don't know. Do I keep doing live streams on Wednesdays? Is this my new slot to do like Q&As and stuff? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what I should do on Wednesday nights now. Or is that just time for me to literally chill and go to sleep early? What's up, Code 02K? Thoughts on the Hollywood Reporter reporting that Loki will appear in Doctor Strange 2? I absolutely hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I knew we were going to talk about this tonight, obviously. I hate it. We talked about this, I think, a few streams ago. I don't want Loki showing up in the movies. I don't want him showing up in the movies because it completely takes away the stakes once again. When Loki and Heimdall and then Tony dies and Gamora and Natasha, not really Gamora because she's still here, but that one I'm okay with because it's like a loophole. It takes away those stakes because like the whole running gag with Loki before Infinity War was, oh, okay, he died, but he didn't really die. We'll see him like he's just up to his stuff. Where in Infinity War, especially in the writing, like Thanos literally says the line, no resurrections this time. That has to hold weight. I don't want Loki showing up in the movies. You can keep him confined in his series with like the TVA and stuff, because as we saw in the finale, the TVA is not going anywhere. So I don't like it. I don't think he'll be in it for that long. My prediction is that Doctor Strange is going to get him out of that multiverse and put him back in the multiverse put him back in the universe that he's supposed to be in. But I also think that's a cop-out because I think that could be a big arc of season 2 is like, how does he get back to his universe? Like, how does he get back to his universe, his world? And I think if you fix that in Doctor Strange, then you are wasting potential personally. So I do not like that. I don't like it personally. You can do live streams for Monsters at Work. No, I'm not. Sorry, bro. I know you're joking, but no, I'm not doing that. John Elite 45 for life. Love the finale. It was great. It was very well done. Very well done. Not what I expected at all, but very well done. You can make the argument that it wasn't that same Loki who made the final sacrifice to Thanos, but you can though, because in episode 1, we literally hit the tape. Like in a sports term, like we checked the tape. You literally check the tape. That is the Loki that dies to Thanos. That Loki sees his life before him, and we see him die to Thanos. So I'm sorry. You really can't make that argument because in episode 1, we see that is his fate to die to Thanos in Infinity War. That is the same Loki. So they're not technically resurrecting Loki. Thanos killed technically. I have to respectfully disagree because like we said in episode 1 of Loki, we ran back the tape and we saw that Loki's destiny is to die to Thanos. And if you take him out of that, why is he at the TVA anyway? Why is he there? Because he was poked out of his timeline and he was a variant of that timeline. So I respectfully disagree. Mitchell says, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? How's your day going? And just to be like Code Zero, respectfully, I'm not like saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that your argument's invalid. Like, definitely a valid argument. I just, episode 1, we saw it. That is that Loki. That is 2012 Loki that is going to die to Thanos. We see it in the tape. That ain't me. That's the show. That's what the show did. Sasha should be in here soon. She should be here soon. So if you're waiting for Sasha, she will be here. Don't worry. She'll be here soon. I understand both sides of the coin. And I do as well. Like, I can understand the argument. I just, based on what we saw in the show, and I'm strictly going on based on what we saw in the show, I tend to be on the side of, nah, you ruin it. You ruin it if you do that. You ruin it if you do that. What's up, Ricardo? Happy Wednesday. How you doing, man? Hope you had a good day. Like I said, Sasha will be here soon. Give me a hot sec. Gonna get Sasha in here. See if that one is correct. Jonathan Majors did a fantastic job. Yes, he did. I was very excited for what I mean, okay, so he was cast in Ant-Man, in the new Ant-Man movie. And so I was excited about the Beast. He is a fantastic actor, but like we all speculated that he was going to be in this. Very happy with what he did. Have you watched Ghostbusters 2016? I have not. I've not seen any of the Ghostbusters movies. Sasha should be in here momentarily. She just DM'd me, so she should be in here momentarily. She's very excited to talk about this. I haven't seen her review yet. Oh, there she is. I see her. I see her. There she is. We're going to add her right now. Wait, let me get this. And she's added.
Hello, everyone. Am I too loud because I have a new microphone?
You are way too soft. At least to me. At least to me. I don't know about the chat.
How's this? More?
A little bit more, I think.
Okay. How's that?
That's good. There you go.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay. Hello. How's
Hello,
your Wednesday been, Jack?
Good. I'm tired. Big old tired boy tonight, but we're here. Here we are. Woke up at 6:30 a.m. to watch this episode. We're running.
I know you were up early.
Zero.
You were up chilling. Early.
Yeah. How's your day going? Busy day.
Pretty good. Yeah. I Wednesday's just like, because I wake up, I watch the episode, film the review, edit the review, post the review, reply to comments. Then we do this. Like, it's just, I feel like from like 3 to maybe like 6 or 7, I'm just like tired. Like, and I just don't know how to process everything. And then I made the mistake today of spending a little too much time on Twitter, which I'm just constantly shocked at how negative a place Twitter like ends up always being for me. And I don't know why.
Gotta stay on the positive rabbit holes. I don't know.
Like, and it's just like my feed will go from like everyone being like, oh, episode was good, like I have my problems with it, or like really excited for the future of MCU, and then memes and stuff, to like, bro, this writing was crap, and like and I'm like, what? Like, I don't even like, sometimes it'll be the same people too, like retweeting things, and I'm so confused. Like, what?
Well, because that's the thing, is like if you follow someone, or someone that you follows someone that's very negative, you will see it's not like a bunch of people. It's like one person retweeting all of these negative things. It's I have some people that I follow that have negative thoughts towards things and always retweet negatives, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It's time to get off Twitter for now.
It's just hard because it's like you want to be on there and be in like the fan community, but then
the fan community is toxic.
Yeah, exactly. No, I definitely like, I'm over too, even like people saying like one specific fandom is toxic. Like, I think Star Wars gets a lot of crap for being toxic, quote unquote toxic.
It is though.
But everything is. And
Every
that's like my
fandom's
argument.
toxic.
Like if you don't have the right opinion, like so there's always gonna be people who are just like mad at you. Like no matter what. So
That's not even just like in fandoms, it's just in life.
no,
It's
you're
just
so
in
right.
life.
You're so right. Unfortunately, that is the
No
truth.
one's ever gonna completely be happy with everything you always say.
Exactly.
All right, let's hit more of these chats. What's your thought on Scorsese movies? He's a great director.
Yeah, I like
There you go.
Scorsese. I
Got
haven't
some
seen
good
all of
stuff.
his movies, but I've seen hardly all of anyone's movies. So
Yeah. The only person I've seen's full filmography is Nolan. Almost done with Wes Anderson, but that's pretty much it. Do you know today's 10th anniversary of Death Halls Part 2? No, I didn't. I feel really old. That's one of the best movies ever. I'm looking at the poster in my bedroom right now. Absolutely brilliant finale to a franchise. That's how you finish a franchise. People take notes.
wow, 10 years ago. Okay, so funny story. The night Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out, like I really got into Harry Potter's between like Half-Blood Prince movie coming out and obviously like the last one. And so like going to see Deathly Hallows Part 2 was the first one like I as a fan was going to go see in theaters. And that night one of my friends had a sleepover party and we went to the movie theater and we saw not Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 but Monte Carlo.
Oh, you've told
Which
me this
is like
story before.
yeah, I think definitely my stories I definitely repeat them a lot, but like it probably is like a fine chick flick and I really like chick flicks. But I can't like because of that, like me and my best friend were both at this sleepover together and we were going the next day with her parents and we were like like do we leave? Like do
But
we
we
sneak
could
out and
go
go?
tonight, though.
Yeah. And we like saw walking in, we're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna get 8 tickets to Monte Carlo or whatever, like 10 years old. And I'm seeing this like wrap around line, like when people used to do that for midnight premieres and all these people in wizard costumes. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? We're seeing Monte Carlo.
Well, hey, you got to walk right up and watch it. So
True,
there you
true.
go.
Happy 10-year anniversary to Deathly Hallows Part 2.
What a
Probably one
brilliant
of my
movie.
favorite Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. I started watching the first Harry Potter movie I can remember going to in theaters was Goblet of Fire.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I grew up into Harry Potter. My mom, big book reader. You want to know how old I was into Harry Potter? I camped out not for the movie, but for the Deathly Hallows book with my mom.
Damn.
I camped out for the Deathly Hallows book with my mom. So that's yeah.
That is dedicated fanhood right there.
Yeah.
I used to do that with the Percy Jackson sequel books.
Oh, okay.
Not camping out, but like I would be the first one that day, and I'd be like, "Hi, do you have Heroes of Olympus?"
Oh
like,
yeah, no, we were there at our Barnes and Noble at midnight. I've never seen anything like that before. It was packed at midnight at a Barnes and who is ever in a Barnes and Noble?
yeah.
Like, can someone answer that for me? And we waited for like 2-3 hours because there was a queue to get your book. And it was like, you get your number. You wait in a line to get your number. And then when you get your number, then you got to wait until like your like little subset group is called. And then when your little subset group is called, then you got to wait another line. And then you finally get your book. And then my mom read it in like 2 days. So,
hey, you know what?
and then told me what happens because screw reading. All right. Everyone is saying hi to Sasha. Alex, hi,
Hello,
Sasha.
everyone. I
Mitchell, hi,
apologize for being
Sasha.
late.
Marvel Studio, whoa. Hi. Oh, hi. And hi, Sasha.
Hi, Marvel
All
Studio.
right. All right. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about. These timeline branches will most likely explain the incorporate. Yes. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
I
100.
think
100.
now-
Yeah.
And you guys know that on these streams, like I've been very reluctant to be like, oh, like No Way Home. Like Luke Irvin, he's been on Movie Drafts before. He's great. And he made a tweet today that was like, honestly, if like it would be painful, but if we went into No Way Home blind, like that might be the coolest thing
Bro,
ever. Like have absolutely
don't
no spoilers.
release a trailer. Don't release a trailer. Don't do it.
I kind of don't want it.
Don't
now.
do it.
It's gonna have to give so much away, or it's going to be so inconsequential the trailer, which I lean towards it being a super inconsequential trailer to hide those things. And like I don't know, but now I'm pretty convinced that Andrew and Toby will be in it.
I'm very worried. I'm very worried about this trailer. Things I've heard from people I'm not going to say is that because of those massive leaks that came out, and I'm not talking about the toys. I'm talking about like the big Reddit leaks with like the plot and script. It like
Oh, lol, I haven't
From
seen
I'm
those.
not gonna say I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna do that. I know if my sources are true, I know a lot about this movie. But what I want to say is, from what I've heard, because of those leaks, we may learn more in that trailer than we originally were. And if that's the case, I'm very worried.
Mm-hmm.
Because with trailers, I don't want to know jack squat. Eternals was absolutely perfect. We don't know anything. We don't even know who they are. We don't even know what they do. Why did they not interfere? Why are they just chilling during Endgame? Like, we
Right.
don't know anything. I'm worried since they say that Kevin Feige and Sony, like, they got a good relationship. They're on the same page, blah, blah, blah. But they're not responsible for the trailer, though.
True.
So
True.
I don't really trust Sony to, like, handle that properly.
The
Like,
only thing I will give Sony is, like, I think, and obviously, like, I'm never gonna know, and like have been very honest, like, I don't know very much about Venom. Like, I only watched the first movie like a couple months ago, and then when the trailer came out, like, that was a huge part of my YouTube journey. But like, I feel like that trailer was handled pretty well because you got enough glimpses of Woody Harrelson's Carnage, but I don't know that it necessarily gave it the exact like plot of the movie away, other than the fact that like he's in it. So that being as good as it was gives me a little bit of hope. I also think the Morbius trailer is really good.
except
But
I
then
don't know
again,
if you show Michael Keaton. I think that would have been a great reveal during the movie. I don't know if you show that. I am not a fan of the fact that they showed Michael Keaton in it.
that's true.
That's just me. But sorry to all of the Venom fans, not as high profile as Spider-Man. So there's not a bunch of leaks on what's going to happen in Venom. Spider-Man is kind of being backed into a corner right now. Are we going to see both suits now? I think we kind of have to, because they've been leaked and the toys have been leaked. Like, what? I don't know. So I'm very worried. And look, obviously, you'll make a trailer reaction. I'll make a trailer. Like, for content, we have to watch it. We cannot
Oh, I've been
go
ready.
in blind.
My thumbnail for that
Oh,
video has been made for like
literally.
2 months.
Oh, just you guys want to always got to find a way to use this. Always got to find a way every time to use this. Um, I literally have my. This is my Far From Home copy. I literally have my Far From Home copy already done. So it's
Nice.
description, tags, everything's done. And actually, I need to. Sorry, everyone. That's how long ago I wrote this. So, like, oh, you don't need to see all that. And you don't need to see all of that either. What am I doing? Here we go. So yeah, I'm just worried though. I'm so worried because this has the potential to be one of the biggest events since Endgame, I think, in film. Not even just, yeah. I just, yeah.
I think the one thing is though, like, and I've kind of had this mentality, and maybe that's why I've had more of a positive outlook of like phase 4 of the MCU thus far. But like, to me, like, I genuinely don't know and do not have my hopes up that they will ever top the Infinity Saga. And like, for us, like, especially being about 22 now, like, we grew up with these movies and stuff, and so like there's that element that like I'm like, I hope there's never a day where I'm too busy to go see a Marvel movie, like, with this being like my passion and like part of my career path. Like, I hope it never like becomes that. But like, if it one day did, like, it would be now as opposed to like when I was a kid. So like, I'm just kind of on the point where I'm like along for the ride, and I don't know, like, I have really high hopes for the multiverse in the sense that like I think they like kind of they have so many properties hinging on it. They've got to like know what they're doing. You know? Like, you can't risk this at this point,
Yeah.
you know? Or else immediately like it goes down in like people's in popular culture's memory, collective memory.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if my wife ain't into the MCU movies, then she ain't my wife.
Cut off.
Then she ain't my wife. Well, no, then she ain't my wife. So it's like, I maybe that's why I can't find love, because I'm so damn picky. But I mean, yeah, the Infinity Saga's cool, but like Secret Wars, directed by the Russo brothers, I don't know, sounds pretty good to me. Which is what is gonna happen because
Which
we have a multiverse now.
I have to actually a confession to make, because I think I said this in stream before and I've never corrected myself. I was under the impression that Secret Wars was a show that people were like creating from Secret Invasion and Armor Wars, and I was like, no, those are two different things. And then I realized today that it's a comic run, like
Yeah,
the way
it's like the
Infinity War
next
or
Infinity
Civil
War.
War. Sorry, I just hit my mic stand. Or like Infinity War and Civil War, like comic run.
And
So like, apologies to everyone I've corrected.
and
because I was
people say that this one is bigger. People say that Secret Wars is bigger because it is the entire multiverse of the MCU. So it's like we had everyone that we knew in the MCU, but like then we get the X-Men and Deadpool, which I saw coming. We will talk about Deadpool. You know, and we might get all of the Spider-Man. We like it just a vomit of characters. So like I am excited, and we are at 10 concurrent, which is lit.
Let's go.
All right. Harry Potter is so nostalgic. I love it so much. Unpopular opinion, Bellatrix is my favorite villain of the series. And of course, Voldemort. That's not an unpopular opinion. Bellatrix is lit. So
Bellatrix is awesome. The
Helena
battle
Bonham
that
Carter
her,
is
like,
amazing.
yes, the one-on-one that her and Mrs. Weasley have when Bellatrix tries to go for Ginny, and she's
Not
like,
my
"Not my
daughter, you
bitch.
bitch.
Like, I love that. That is, Molly Weasley is so iconic, and I love her.
Yeah. Not my daughter, you bitch. I like Monte Carlo more than Deathly Hallows Part 2. You get out of here. Please leave.
Ricardo.
To me, the superior Harry Potter is Part 1 of Deathly Hallows. That's just wrong. I'm sorry. Just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. That's
the Golden
just a wrong
Trio
take.
is like broken apart in that one.
And Harry, like, what's that dance scene? That's brutal. What are we doing?
I like the dance scene.
I don't. That is
it was
so
included to me for people who are like shipping.
But
Harry
that was
and
like
Hermione.
fanfic stuff. That was fanfic
Yeah,
stuff.
but,
No,
like,
I don't.
appreciate it in the sense that they're like brother and sister, and like that's all it is. And Ron misinterprets it because he's been around the Horcrux.
But
Like,
everyone misinterpreted it though. They like see
No.
that's yes.
No, everyone who read the books, Jack, who read the books. No,
Oh, I didn't read the. Well, I didn't read the book.
Everyone knows that Harry and Hermione are supposed to be together. J.K. Rowling tried to take it back a couple years ago. Nope, no takes it back to J.K. No, sorry, honey, you can't. You wrote it. It's in there. It's done.
Oh my god, it's terrible. I'm sorry. The movie is okay. All right, fun stuff. That's not Death Hallows Part 1. If you guys seen the video where Deadpool and Korg react to Free Guy, it's hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's also very significant. Very
so
significant.
I love it.
But it's not. But yes, it's great. But do we realize the implications of this? This is very significant. Deadpool is in the MCU now. Do we understand? Like, can we comprehend that? That is like, we all thought Evan Peters was Quicksilver. Nah, he's a boner joke. So that wasn't
just a variant. Is Ralph Bonner
just
a variant? I don't know though. I don't
know. No. This is like literally the first. This is it. Like, this is the first Fox character because, again, Evan Peters was just a boner joke. This was the first Fox character to move over into the MCU. I don't think people are really comprehending that. Like, that's major. And yes, it's just in like a little side video for Free Guy, which isn't even an MCU movie. But like, Deadpool is interacting with Korg in the MCU. And it was Taika Waititi. It was Taika Waititi and Ryan Reynolds playing the characters. It wasn't random people. That is significant. And that is huge. So, yeah, that really... I'm
so sad. I'm so salty that movie hasn't come out yet because it was supposed to... I was supposed to go see it for my birthday and they moved it literally the week before my birthday. And I'm just kind of sad about it.
COVID did a lot to a lot of people.
You're right. That's the least of the problems.
Hello, my friends. Hashtag We Are Venom. Hello, Psych and Destroy. How you doing? my improve about Loki finale. I don't know why Sylvie sent Loki back to the TVA.
Because she's a Loki, and she
Yeah,
needed to achieve her
and she
glorious
needed,
purpose.
that was a thing that she needed to do, and if Loki was there, she wouldn't be able to accomplish it, and she was doubting herself because she was looking at Loki and she's like, I don't know if I can do this, and he was the barrier for her. Like, when she was looking at him, she's like, I can be a better person, but she had to do that. So getting Loki out of the equation, she's like, okay, he's gone. I can do this. I get in the right headspace. Let's do this ish. We will talk about that kiss and why I'm okay with it later. Reddit is rarely ever accurate. I don't know if Reddit posters, the leaks were not posters. That's all I'm going to say. And the things I've heard from my sources are credible. I think. Again, I don't know shit. Whatever. What am I talking about? Can't freaking wait for the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. I can. I think Sasha's right. Let's go in completely freaking blind. Let's effing do it. No, we won't, but let's. What's up, kids? I'm not a kid. Who you calling
What's
a kid?
up, Colin?
What's up, Colin? But who you calling a kid?
It's because we're baby goats.
I'm a man. I'm 40 or 22. But if you get that reference, you're a real one. Jaren, haven't seen the episode yet. Just wanted to stop by and say I hope y'all are doing well and you guys are the best. You're the best, first off. And second off, you're also the best and you're an incredible person. So there you go. And
Also,
Sasha
Jaren,
is as well.
I'm assuming you're not here anymore, but I'm pretty sure Superman and Lois is done now. And so now I can finally watch it and watch your reviews. So I'm really happy about that. I've been tapping them and liking them really quick and then getting off so there's no spoilers.
Nope, not doing it.
But
sick. I bet you the next Thanos will be King the Conqueror. I'm not positive about that. I have a few theories. But it really depends on how the Fox characters are brought in. So I don't know. I'm not going to say it because, you know what, honestly, let's take a little break from that. Let's just explore these characters. Let's have these character arcs. That's kind of the great thing about all of these shows so far is the fact that, you know, the weight of the world does not revolve around these stories. Loki, maybe. But let's take a break from hey, the world's gonna explode. How about that? We don't have to think about that right now.
I personally feel like there's a lot they could set up. Like, if you look up, like, a couple months ago, like, who's the next big bad, like, Thanos style villain, you know, like, obviously King is, like, very up there on the list. But I kind of feel like there's a little bit of, like, a symbolic baton pass, since most of these TV shows have been about baton passes, and I feel, or like phase 4 stuff feel like this, in a way, King has this great line where he says, you're like a flea on a dragon's back, and like that's how you ended up here. You're just kind of like going through fate. And I think it's almost like a baton pass, put those together, from Loki being the like mischievous, just popping up, never dying character, to King being that, because we know he's going to be in probably season 2 of this.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And then Quantumania.
10 out of 10. I mean, literally 10 out of 10 for that one.
Like, I would not be surprised if like Doctor Strange mentions him or has had an interaction with him, or he comes up there, because
I'm sure.
Like, how can you have the guy that's been ruling the multiverse for all this time,
the one that sets it,
yeah, madness, yeah. So I thought that was just kind of like a nice little like passing of like who is the
mischievous one,
fly bat, but then obviously with variations of King, he could be big bad eventually, you know.
Yeah. Final act for Death Halls Part 2 is easily one of the best finales in a franchise ever. Yes, wholeheartedly agree. That is how you finish a franchise. Deathly Hallows 2 walked so that Endgame could run. And Deathly Hallows did it with less movies.
That's true.
Mic drop. baby. All right.
And,
I had a
yeah.
dream. I had a dream of the final battle of Endgame, and instead of Cap wielding Mjolnir, it was Mobius on a jet ski. Well, you didn't have a dream. You were listening to. You either saw one of my tweets or you were listening to one of my conversations, because I definitely talked about that. I might have been in the office, but definitely talked about Mobius rolling in on a jet ski in the Endgame. In the Endgame final battle, but
It was
yeah,
buried in your subconscious from some of the past streams.
yeah.
And it just came to you.
Deadpool's finally home to Marvel. You damn right. Superman Lois has 3 more episodes to go, Sasha, but still
Okay.
watch it.
Well, by the time I catch up to it, I'm finally going to have time to watch TV this weekend, and I'm so happy about it. So I will try to catch up.
Psych and Destroy saying the same thing. So far, every Marvel Disney Plus has teased or introduced a Young Avengers member, Wanda's kids, Eli Bradley, and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I have no idea. And sorry, reading, and no, an alternate Kang Iron Lad is possible. I'm so pumped. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, we don't have to think about like Avengers level stuff right now, but you do got to set some stuff up, obviously. So it's, future of the MCU's bright. We'll definitely be talking about it when we get into our review and stuff.
Absolutely.
Bet you after the Loki finale, we will see Doctor Strange being stressed.
The stressed Doctor Strange memes are the best.
It's the Community meme where Donald Glover walks in and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
That's literally Doctor Strange walking in. Like, that's what it is. Everything's on fire now.
It's fantastic. I love it. I continued to think about him in like, because at the beginning of this whole show, I was like, Doctor Strange has probably been to the TVA like 50 bajillion times, like just, doing timekeeper stuff, and like, or not timekeeper, Ancient One stuff or whatever, like he's called.
Sorcerer Supreme stuff.
Thank you so much. I always forget what it is. But but now I'm like, yeah, no. Poor man's is like, he's done. He's over it.
If you really want to examine mental health, examine Doctor Strange's right now.
It should just open with him in a therapy session.
Yeah.
Like the
checking his
Banner at post-credit scene, just like
checking his heart rate and just like, oh, it's been a lot. Oh, and then the therapist is Luis, and he just catches us all up with what's been going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin, hire me.
Fine guy, Kang.
Kevin, hire me. So Wanda went totally crazy, and she took over a town, and all these people, yeah.
And it was crazy.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to take over this town. All right. At the end of the Loki finale, Mobius feels like he doesn't know Loki for some odd reason. Did you not catch what that was leading to, Mitchell? Sasha, you know what that was, right?
Yeah, it's either an alternate TVA or because he's gone back and it's an alternate TVA.
No, yeah, it's the multiverse is open, so he's in another universe. It's TVA.
Yeah.
So he didn't get transported back to the TVA with the Mobius that we know. He got transported to a different TVA in a different universe because the multiverse is now open.
Universe where they also know that they're variants and things like that, and know that there's a multiverse happening, but like they don't.
But they don't know. It's not because of Loki. They don't know.
That's what I'm really excited to talk about when we get into our review. That's probably one of my like top things. Is the way they ended that.
Yeah, but after some reports that came out from the Hollywood Reporter today, I'm not thrilled with where I think they're going to go with it. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, look who's here. Guys, let's keep it civil tonight, please. Can we just keep it civil tonight? Please. It's a happy event. Can we just keep it civil tonight?
We can try. We'll try.
I mean, he's already started stuff, but like...
Yeah.
Can we just keep it civil tonight? Can we just
I haven't watched Teen Wolf in a couple weeks. So gonna get back on
No. You need to get on that High School Musical because the grind don't stop. On my weekends, the grind don't stop. You need to get back to High School Musical.
Morning, but the rest of the weekend is time for Styles Stilinski. Let me tell you, that is reserved for him.
My weekend is for Space Jam and Escape Room 2 and Gunpowder Milkshake and Pig. And
I'm so excited to see Gunpowder Milkshake.
I think did that come out today?
It did, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. Watched I got an early screener to this new Ben Platt movie I got to watch last night. Can't talk about it. The embargo lifts next week, but it was not great. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Or
oh,
am I? See,
oh.
I'm throwing you all off.
You never know.
I
I
that
love Ben
review.
Platt. If
That
anyone's a
review.
fan of him and has not watched The Politician on Netflix, please go watch it. It is fantastic.
Yeah, it was Dear Evan Hansen too, or it was Dear Evan Hansen. No, I'm joking. It wasn't. It was not. It was not. Everyone, calm down. It was not. That review goes up on Monday. Oh, the Marvel pants! Woo! Look at that. We are so festive tonight.
Pants.
We are so festive. I'm not
We
wearing
are.
anything Marvel today. I came home, took my jeans off, put on shorts, and I am here. Let's keep it civil tonight. Happy couple. We also have the Thunderbolts being built up. So many stories. Always a good time to be a Marvel fan. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's lit. MCU with the multiverse will be like Doctor Who vibes.
Yes, I'm so excited for this. I grew up watching Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. For anyone curious, the 11th Doctor is my doctor, who is now going to be in Game of Thrones. I would love to see him, Matt Smith, in the MCU, but absolutely. And it's going to be so much fun.
Game of Thrones. Heck yeah, Escape Room 2. I wish I had your enthusiasm for this one. I wish I did, but I do not.
I never saw the first one because, again, like
I watched it on a plane. It is not good.
But the one of the actresses in this one, I'm not sure if she was in the first one, is one of the girls from Pose, Angel from Pose, who I love in Pose. So I may have to watch this one, but I just don't think it's my jam.
Yeah, it's not good. But you will be getting a review sent to you sometime this weekend, Sasha. All right, we're caught up on comments. It's time, bitches. Nope, we'll hit that one later. Review time, mother effers. Here we are. We're doing this ish.
It's the finale.
Bow, 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 bow. Finale time. So that happened.
Yeah.
Well, real quick. Sorry, I told the chat I would do this. You weren't here yet. I gotta just get up in. I'm just gonna take my victory lap real quick.
Give it up for Jack. Give it up for Jack. He's been saying this since who knows which week.
Pretty sure it was week 2.
For such a long time.
Pretty sure it was week 2.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not seeing the chat give me any love. Come on, let's go. I need the love.
Let's see some. What did Twitch people say? Let's see some hoorays in the chat or something. I don't know.
Let's get some pogs in the chat. Welcome to the chat, Kang. Hello, how are you doing today? So I got very conservative, I will say real quick, before we get into the actual review, which you're watching this. I don't know what day you're watching this, but tomorrow for the people in the chat, I will have my series review going up, which I filmed this morning because I just had all the time in the world on my hands because I woke up at 6:30 a.m. Kang is here. Never in my life have I felt more just good about myself. I needed that dub really bad, but I got conservative. So originally I was like, nah, we're going to walk in, we're going to see Kang, it's going to happen. And then I was talking to some people at work last night before we were leaving. They're like, all right, what's your theory? And I was like, I got to get conservative. I don't think we're going to see Kang till the post-credit scene. I think there may be like another Loki, but he's like a henchman for Kang. But nah, we walk in. First off, Miss Minute scared the living crap out of me. Please tell me everyone else had a heart attack. Please tell me everyone else had a heart attack when it happened. I was like, whoa, chill. But yeah, we just Kang right away. Like first 5 minutes. I was like, holy crap, we're doing this. Yes. And Jonathan Majors is a dirty liar, but that's what happens.
An Emmy-nominated dirty liar.
Yeah. Which, by the way, 23 Emmys for WandaVision. It wasn't that good.
Okay. I disagree, but we can get into that later.
Sasha, how did we feel about this reveal? I loved it, obviously, to boost my ego.
Obviously, you loved it.
But how do you feel about this reveal? And it's not the like Kang the Conqueror. It is a like nicer. I'm not really sure how to feel about it, like a nicer variant of Kang. Like, how did you feel about this reveal?
I genuinely like couldn't have been more excited for this because I was definitely on the like I'm not gonna have any theories going into the thing. Like none that I like actively was like hill I'm gonna fall on, like anything I'm like subscribed to, like, and I watch it, and the minute the elevator opens, just the way he was sitting, I was like, I already love this guy. His characterization and the just waves of emotion and personality that Jonathan Majors gave this character, who we have never seen before on screen, who has like never been hinted at in post credit scenes. Like it's not like it was like him in like costume or anything like that. It's just literally like a cold, here's your character. Like here he is, full stop. I absolutely loved him. I don't know if it's because he has the mischievousness of like Loki type villains in the MCU, if it's because he has kind of a pretty solid like reasoning as to why he does the things that he does, very much like Thanos. But the personality that Jonathan Majors gave him, I talked about in my review of how at times he seems like almost like a Mad Hatter, like crazy, not sure of things, but he's also super confident,
Oh.
but all of this kind of stuff. And I like just absolutely loved him. I absolutely loved him. He had a regalness and like authority to him for only being the first time in the MCU. And like, I could not have enjoyed this reveal more. I genuinely don't think I could have.
I loved it. I'm going to completely break character here and do something we've never done in these reviews. I'm going to go to the chat real quick just to address this because, yes, I know I got this comment at work today as well. It's Immortus. Yes, it is. But if you do the research, Immortus is the older version of Kang the Conqueror. I did my research, guys. I'm not a crazy loony man. It is an older version of Kang the Conqueror, which when we talk about this, he is like the older like he's like, I've been through this for a long time. Like he's seen everything that happens. And again, we already talked about it. He's like a nicer version of Kang. He's not Kang the Conqueror, like that Kang we will see in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Yes, but Immortus is a variant of Kang. So we're going to stick with Kang because it was my theory.
I mean, at this point, the MCU and Disney as a pretty large whole, when a character is played by the same actor, that's a very intentional choice for them.
Yeah.
And that means something canonically. So like I agree. I don't know this history. I'm looking up Immortus now.
I had to look it up today. I had to look up today.
I assumed they weren't gonna be like, oh, I am King the Conqueror. That's why he was like, oh, people have called me many things.
People have called me a conqueror
in there. But like
he never once says his name. He doesn't even say his name's Kang. He never once says his name.
He who remains, as Miss Minute calls him. Which was very Voldemort-esque.
I love it. Miss Minutes is pure. I don't trust her further than I can throw her. Which is nowhere because she's a hologram. I don't trust her further than I could throw her.
She said, I don't care about any of y'all's rules. Like she is like the MCU equivalent of like Minions, except 1,000 times less annoying and 1,000 times more like interesting of a character. Sorry to anyone that likes the Minions a lot, but like I love her.
Yeah. So I love this. And I see another one from Psych and Destroy that says He Who Remains is also a Marvel character. You know what I think they did here? I think they melded a bunch of characters together. They do that sometimes. Honestly, I think because he literally said, he's like we kind of just talked about it. Like, I've been called many things. I've been called He Who Remains. I've been called a conqueror. You know, I think they're taking a few of the characters and melding them into one because they are pretty much the same person. Like, so yeah, we're going to keep it at Kang because that makes me feel better.
For simplicity's sake.
I love so I completely agree with what you were saying, Sasha. I love villains that you can kind of get where they're coming from. And especially for Kang, I I kind of am on Kang's side for this, if we're really being honest. Do we want a war of other Kang? Now, he could be completely BSing, but I don't think he is. I truly don't believe that he is BSing about the evil Kangs and Kang the Conqueror coming to screw up everything and start a war. I believe that. Like Thanos, it's like, yeah, I get where you're coming from, but what you're doing is wrong. Kang, yes, what he's doing is wrong to a point, but also he's needs to stop the war of all wars. So I like that writing. I think he's written fantastic. And again, Jonathan Majors, Emmy nominated actor, is just perfect for this role. Now, I didn't really know much about Kang. I didn't know much about him, how he acted, how he like again, I'm not a huge comic book reader, so I don't know a lot about the comics and stuff. So, I just want to say this to Psych and Destroy. I'm sorry if you feel that way. I'm not. I'm just. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way. Totally. I totally understand. I'm just trying to get through it quickly because I don't want these reviews to be 40 minutes. So, I don't think you're trying to correct. I know you're trying to give me background information. I'm just giving my opinion. So I'm sorry if I came off condescending. Not my intention at all. I welcome everyone in here to give their thoughts. You're totally good. All right. So I apologize for that. Not my intention. I'm just trying to push it along because some of these reviews have been like 40, 50 minutes and people just don't want to watch that on a replay. But I appreciate the information, and like I said, I had some people mention that to me at work today. I had to do my research. My opinion is that, in Marvel's done this, and Marvel Studios has done this in the past before. They've taken some characters that are similar and they've kind of melded them together. And in my opinion, I feel like that's what they've done here. Again, it seems like you're more knowledgeable than me, which is perfectly valid. Like I said, I've only been into this stuff for a few years. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. All right. So where do we continue? I think so. We talked about Kang. That's the big thing. I want to get your thoughts, Sasha, just on the episode in general. Kind of, how did you feel about the episode? How did it go? What were your thoughts?
I think overall, I think this was an extremely strong episode, and I think specifically like the stuff with Kang, because that was obviously like where most of the reveals or the interesting parts of the episode had to happen. I really liked the whatever like material he was using to tell the story of the multiversal war and all that kind of stuff. Some people were like, this is a lot of exposition, and I totally agree. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's partially what these TV shows are for. Like I get it. Like, it sucks because you're paying whatever a month to watch these and get new content, and sometimes it can feel like, okay, they're doing whatever they want, but like the movies are back now, so like I as a personally, in my opinion, I'm okay with a little bit of exposition, especially for like those of us who don't know that much about the comics. Like, I personally felt like this was making up for this season 2 cliffhanger, or episode 2, excuse me, cliffhanger, where we thought we were getting the multiverse and it just kind of like went away, because obviously these branches at the end of this episode are 10 times bigger and more extreme than what
And
we
very
saw
real.
in episode 2. So to me, I was fine with that, but the material he used very much reminded me of the beginning of Black Panther with like the sand, which I just thought was a really cool callback. Like, not callback, but like continuation of using
Yeah,
a
like
different material to tell a story. But I think it's things like that they made. It's kind of like when you make a YouTube video. Like, if you're talking about something, you want B-roll, whether that be the trailer of a movie, a shot of the DVD you're talking about, your Funko Pop, whatever, like for us specifically in our niche. But like that was kind of like the B-roll for his exposition of everything. But it
I love
kept the
that
scene
analogy.
dynamic, and it kept it like interesting, and all the pushes in on him, giving him like control, that like the scene was very much, he was very much a part of every part of that, including like the in film and cinema studies, there's a concept called the like 180-degree line, and the camera shouldn't cross that for like
Mm-hmm.
understanding of you as an audience member. Like,
Yep.
people aren't jumping from left to right between shots. If you look, the line continues through Kang, and the shots over Sylvie's shoulders, like looking at Loki, you see Kang. Like there's enough room for him to be framed. So the cinematography and the direction of this episode was really, really strong, and I think it made a really important expositional static scene really dynamic and kind of go through the flow. And that's where I think Jonathan Majors was really able to shine in the role, because a lot of those were like one take things, and he's going through like 5 different emotions, like when they pass the threshold of his knowledge and like the multiverse and things like that. So I really, really love the episode as a whole. I also was super excited to see like Mobius back, because I kind of made the prediction last week that maybe we wouldn't see him again. But I even like the stuff that goes on at the TVA, and I also really think, and it's getting overshadowed because there's Kang and Sylvie pushing Loki out of that room in his office, and then there's the reveal at the end of Loki landing in an alternate TVA. But that part in the middle, that sequence where he's running, trying to find Mobius, trying to find somebody to talk to, and there's just, it's kind of like quiet chaos, because it's like, it's almost so much madness, haha, no pun intended, that like people don't know what to do. Like they're all standing there looking at the screen, like no one's trying to do anything, because there's absolutely nothing you can do. It's inevitable. It's happening in front of your eyes. So like I just think this was handled so well, and I really don't feel like the ending doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of the criticism I've seen online of the episode is people's personal feelings, and that's again fine, whatever. But like, this is what a good ending of a season is, in my opinion. I think this was the best season ending. This is what you get if you want multiple seasons of a show. Like, you're gonna end with things not being closed off and complete. Like, WandaVision is a limited series. It is completely on its own one thing. Falcon and Winter Soldier is pretty much that too. This is obviously intentional, and I've seen some discourse online about this potentially being initially intended to be a 12 episode single season, because and they split it. But I don't know, this feels like a very intentional ending to episode 6 in season 1. So I love this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I echo pretty much everything you say. Jonathan Majors is a standout here. He just he can. We already know he knows how to command a screen. He's a brilliant actor, and I think that a lot of this episode, kind of like what you said, is really on him. It's him delivering exposition. It's him explaining things. It's him acting. I mean, that's really what this episode is. And it's just a tour de force, I truly believe, for acting, really, from him. It's just fantastic. Love seeing Mobius back. Mobius is my guy. I think he's great. And yeah, the ending. I mean, I talked about it in my series review, which no one's seen yet. It'll be out tomorrow. I think that this is the best paced show so far, by far, not even close. And I'm not just saying that about WandaVision. I'm also saying about Falcon and Winter Soldier. It had its issues with pacing as well. I think this is by far the best paced show in the MCU so far, by far. And that cliffhanger is a big reason why, because the episode, now I know WandaVision is a different case because it was only going to be one season. It's just what it was going to be. Now you had 2 extra episodes and you just kind of wasted them. But that's besides the point. Where here they knew, okay, we're going to a season 2. We can afford to leave it on just an amazing cliffhanger. We can afford to do that. So let's do it. And they did. And they did it so successfully. When he walks up to Mobius and B15 or whatever her name, I forget which B15 or whatever her number is, and they genuinely don't know who he is. I was like, what's going on? What? And then they pan to the statue of Kang, and I'm like, or they pan to the statue, and I'm like, holy crap. He is not in the same universe that the other ones are. And then it ends. And I'm like, my God. And some other things I'll just echo from my series review, which again will be up tomorrow. The direction from Kate Herron, I believe is how you pronounce her name. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Just so well done. The cinematography in this is, I think, one of the best shot. I think it might be the best shot project in all of the MCU. For real. Just what they do with the camera is just amazing. So the cinematography, big cinematography guy over here. The cinematography in this is undefeated. It's unmatched. It's just amazing. And the writing is just very airtight. Very airtight. I don't have a lot of problems with it at all. I just don't. So yeah. All right. Let's talk about this very controversial moment. We got to talk about the kiss. We got to talk about it. I'm fine with it. I'm going to say that right now, but I will explain why. It's not for what you think. I will explain why, but I want to get Sasha's thoughts on it first. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I admitted this in my review and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm on board with it. Like, we've been joking all this time about like the ship's in the harbor and it's like, am I standing in line to get a ticket, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna buy it yet. And now I'm like, it is in the middle of the sea, like pulling away from the harbor, and like
And I am on it.
Like, I didn't realize, but like I am. I saw a really good tweet that I think sums up the things I don't like about the ship, but the things I also don't mind about it. It's like someone was like, this show was supposed to be about like setting up the future of the MCU and character development, and it became about ships because like a lot of people online ship Loki and Mobius, and a lot of people ship Loki and Sylvie, and then some people ship Mobius and Renslayer, or Kang and Renslayer, and like there's just all these different like things, and I like it in the way that it was delivered, and I'll let you go first, Jack, but like I just have some thoughts about the way it happened that I think were really natural. And at this point, like it's episodes 3, 4, 5, 6 that this has been hinted at, so it's a majority of the season, and they did a really good job with pacing to the point where I was like, when it happened, it made sense, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And it's not for the reason of like I ship, which I definitely ship them to a point. I do still think it's a little bit weird. Has nothing to do with that. It's just what the kiss was intended for. It was intended for Sylvie to throw Loki off his guard and to throw him out of the situation. That's what the kiss was for. And I like that. Because Loki, you know, he's a devious little guy. He's a devious little guy, and you can't really ever trick him. So for her to pull that off, which yes, are the feelings there? I'm sure they are. I would say definitely the chemistry's been there. I think Sophia DiMartino and Tom Hiddleston have brilliant chemistry with each other. I think that that's just a fact of the matter. But you know, it being a tactic to throw off Loki, I like. I like that it was that, because that also doesn't really, because you know they always say the term like, oh, you seal it with a kiss, blah blah blah. That doesn't really seal it to me. I think it's like the feelings are there, yeah, sure, but nah, I'm gonna do this kiss, but I'm doing it to trick you because I'm a Loki. If it really was going to be that ship moment, they would have kissed and Loki would have stayed. Like, she wouldn't have been using it to trick him. So, in my opinion. So, I'm fine with it because it was used as a tactic to trick the god of mischief and get him out of there. So, I'm fine with it. That's my thoughts. But I'm on the ship though, kind of low key.
So my thing, and the reason I can kind of be on the ship now, and I think it's one of those things, and like I don't know what it is about television and movies when it's written this way, it just becomes more compelling to me. But like when someone is like in a ship, if one of the people is obviously more into the other at first, and it's gonna be a long drawn out process. I don't know why, but that's just the kind of like relationships and TV shows that I tend to
Gotta
like
let it
a
simmer.
lot.
You gotta let it simmer.
Exactly. I like it a slow burn. I mean, I don't want it to be like last season, like, fine, they're together and let's throw this away. But obviously, one, in the MCU, something like a kiss like this, like in the MCU, like we didn't even see like Pepper and Tony's wedding. Like two characters who's have a child who ends up like you know what I mean? Like a solid relationship. Like we don't ever really get something like a wedding in the MCU. I mean, like Wanda and Vision coming into Westview in like, you know, 50s attire wedding stuff is the closest we'll ever get to that. Like when the stakes of the end of the world or something bigger than the end of the world, the beginning of 1,000 worlds is like happening, to me like a kiss is meant to be like, I don't know, it's almost more impactful even though it's a smaller like romantic gesture. But what I really like about this, again, like I said, it's been teased for a while, so like I knew it was going to get there. Like it kept getting mentioned or brought up or something would happen and like whatever. But as from the moment they've met, they've been going in a like a triangle symbol. This isn't going to come across well. They've been growing closer together. They've been growing more similar. The things he's willing to trust people to expand his powers. She is willing to, you know, sacrifice herself for him, even if that means like she's not going to accomplish her mission and her goals. And in this moment, when he says, we need to just take a minute to think about this, which was an excellent parallel to the beginning of the episode when she's like, I can't go in yet. Like, I need a moment, which was a great callback. Didn't even realize till the end of the episode, but like a great book ending parallel of the episode. But when they are fighting and when that kiss happens, she has made her choice to get rid of him and kill Kang. And he has made his choice to convince her to not do that. Very much like a Daenerys and Jon kiss in the last season of the Game of Thrones. And to me, that's why I liked it, is because in that moment, they solidify that they are their own individuals. They're not just two Lokis. They have very different perspectives of how they see the rest of the stuff playing out. And that is when, like, to me, it's okay that the kiss happens because they separate themselves a little bit more and they're a little bit more of their own personalities. But at the end of the day, like, it's something I knew was going to happen. And I think it gives a really interesting, like, sad boy Loki hours to the second season on top of, like, having to deal with the fact that, like, his now best friend doesn't know who he is, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm with it. I know when we first talked about it, I think it was episode 3 or 4, probably episode 3. Um, I've always been kind of fine with it because I'm like, they are so different. They are the same person technically, but they are so different. And this just solidified that. I think what you said, I will echo that wholeheartedly. I mean, they solidified it with that moment that they are different people. They're doing their own thing, their own free will, whatever you want to call it. They're doing their own thing. So I really enjoyed that. All right, what else do we have to talk about? I mean, this episode, a lot didn't really, a lot happened, but a lot didn't really happen.
It's
So
a very big expositional episode, which from people I've talked to and texted today about the episode is what they maybe didn't like about it but my argument is television, like, yes, like Game of Thrones changed the way that television will be made forever in the sense that it is a cinematic spectacle in a television, in a long form
every episode too.
series, right? But Game of Thrones, like my favorite part of Game of Thrones, I think it was Colin that I said this to. I can't remember. My favorite part of Game of Thrones is like their relationships, like the dialogue, the politics of the Game of Thrones and the chatting, which is, you know, sometimes it happens, like, sure, when they're training at where Jon gets sent to the wall,
The wall.
yeah, the Night's
Wall
Watch,
with the
when he
Night's
gets sent to
Watch,
the
yeah.
Night Watch. Like, yeah, sure, there's some action or there's whatever, or there's blood or like betrayals and all this kind of stuff, but like it's a huge talking show. Like, that is what television is. It is a writer's medium for telling stories. It's not cinema in the sense that like we're gonna have this long lingering shot or something like that. Like, and that's the great thing we get incorporated into a show like this is the really, really stylized direction, which is fantastic. But like I don't know, I just really liked this episode, and everyone's entitled to their opinion, but like I don't like in a short form, like when I'm only getting 45 minutes a week, I don't want like half of that to be a battle sequence. Like, battle sequences, when they make sense like this, it's two characters who are literally like at war with each other because of like the stakes of their decision, of their choice. Like, it's a 50-50 choice. There's two of them. They're gonna have to make decisions, and they're fighting for the stakes of that, which for Sylvie means a lot more than it even does for Loki. For Loki, it means the choice to change. If he takes Kang's position as a ruler with Sylvie, one, he's never in complete control, so he's never going to go back to his ways of like just wanting to rule, but he has the opportunity to do good and like take other people's opinions. And I truly think that that is what he wanted to do, was like take the throne and figure out a way to like almost democratize the way of, or get the right person in charge, if you will. Whereas Sylvie just wants to burn it all down, like to hell be the universe or the stakes. Like, this is a personal revenge mission for her. And so like I really appreciated that this episode was a talky episode. Um yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think really for me, like I expected more, but wasn't mad that we didn't get more.
Yeah.
Because I think like in terms of I expected more, but like it wasn't, but like we got a lot still. Like it's the reveals, it's the payoff, it's the cliffhanger. You know, it's enough significant stuff happened that it's okay that a lot didn't happen. Because if you, again, back to Game of Thrones, if you look at Game of Thrones, a lot of the best episodes of the season where all the action happens are the 9th episode. Usually the 10th episode, not a lot really happens. It's kind of the aftermath of whatever happened in episode 9. Now, season 6 is an anomaly, by far one of the greatest seasons of television ever. But that's kind of the same thing. And so I'm kind of fine with that here. I wasn't, again, like I said, episode 5 I'm a little lukewarm on, still a little lukewarm on. The only episode I didn't love of this entire season. But I'd be lying if I said I was not fine with how this ended. I'm good.
I think it's
happy with where we stand.
Like, the announcement of the second season, which I got like the Hollywood Reporter notification for that before I even watched the episode, which I was like, sweet, awesome, been waiting for this one. But like, I think that makes it a little bit more
palatable.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the word.
I think that's probably why I feel that way, because I'm just like, with like WandaVision, again, I know I always come back to WandaVision, guys. I'm sorry. But like with WandaVision, I'm like, okay, this is all we're getting. You better make it good and not make it a jam-packed, I'm going to throw up because you're shoving stuff down my throat mess of a 45 minutes, which is what the finale was. So, you know, I'm fine with it. I know some people don't love it, and that's fine. It's your, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'm fine with it. So before we round this out, we're going to do two things. First thing is I want to hear from Sasha. The future is wide open. How do we feel? What's going on? What are the thoughts? I'm just kind of dumbfounded at like the possibility. I mean, this is kind of the first show to really open up the future that wide. So how do we feel about the multiverses here now?
I mean, I'm stoked. Like I like, to use my probably favorite word, like I'm psyched. Like I am absolutely psyched for the future of the MCU. I just like the fact that like there's so much of the MCU now, and like it is so accepted in our like popular culture now to like be so nerdy and so into it and stuff, that like I know like any day of the week like I can just look up Loki like fan stuff, or like really old MCU fan stuff, grounded MCU fans, like Doctor Strange and like really trippy stuff. Like there is merch for everything. There's all this kind of stuff. And like I think for me, the number one thing I'm excited about in this show, which is kind of like really small and everything, is having TV shows that have multiple seasons. Because I have like I kind of like, I am definitely, I think, more of a TV person than I am movies. It's not that I don't love movies, and like those are the two things I would choose to do on any given day, but like TV is just something that I'm really passionate about long form storytelling, which the MCU in movies has been able to do, and I think that's why I love these movies so much. But for having the first show that has a second season confirmed, like the future of Marvel television is just so cool. It can be smaller stories, it can be stories that have a really big impact, it can be week to week Marvel, which is more Marvel than we've ever gotten in our entire lives, and that sort of thing. But I think as far as the multiverse is concerned, I was really thinking like, okay, there's not going to be any more talk of the multiverse after the episode 2 cliffhanger. That just, I felt like, I'm going to go back and rewatch it, everyone, but like I just felt like it wasn't addressed the way I wanted it to be.
It wasn't addressed at all.
With this episode, I'm just like, wow. Like I'm kind of just blown away that they had the, like, excuse the language, but the balls to like pull this off and do it, and like be like, hells yeah, like we just casted Jonathan Majors a couple months ago, like he's in there. Like, I mean, I know obviously he's probably like casted and filmed like way before the announcement came off. Like all of that's very calculated and stuff. But like I absolutely love it. I love this new addition of this new character. I really am now more excited than ever for everything else in the MCU just because there's just so much to deal with. And I like having that much and having the room for all these characters to breathe into this space of the multiverse and just see like what kind of crazy crap Kevin Feige comes up with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited about it. The one thing I just thought of right now that I can't get out of my mind, and I'm kind of pissed that they weren't in cahoots with each other. Why do you post the Deadpool thing yesterday? Why don't you wait till tomorrow? Because yesterday it's like, oh, that's cool. He's officially in the MCU. But like, you have the multiverse open up, and then the next day you have Deadpool is here. I was kind of poor planning, Marvel and whoever did Free Guy, I think 20th Century or something like that.
I think I don't know. I guess I have the weird opinion of the and I can be wrong whatever. I didn't really take the like Deadpool thing as seriously because like I just thought that was just really smart branding on their parts. Now obviously because it's Taika and Ryan who are both in Free Guy and both in the MCU, like the implication and even their discussion is that Deadpool's in the MCU. I guess I just see that as being like a totally unrelated thing and I don't know.
The optimistic one in me is like, it's gotta be, because how are they interacting with each other? You know what I mean? I totally get where you're coming from, and that really could be what it is.
But it's also like right now there's a what is the car commercial that's going? I think it's Subaru, whatever the question everything ad is for.
Yeah, with all the characters.
Yeah, Sam Wilson's Captain America is in there, and
Wanda. Yeah.
Loki's in there, and Wanda's like. So it's like, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be a pessimist or rain on anyone's parade. I think I just
No,
didn't
I
take
know.
that as like, I don't know. It's coming from a different branding department. Like they
Yeah,
probably didn't care that much. No, like I don't know.
I know. I just feel like I get where you're coming from. I just feel like if Feige's gonna be like, or the people at Marvel be like, yeah, you can use Korg, and they own Deadpool now too. So like, yeah, you can use these characters to promote this. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that was just kind of the whole thing for me. So my thoughts on multiverse. We've already spent. We knew it was coming. We already talked about it. We've talked about it pretty much every week in the live stream. When's it gonna happen? It's not if, it's when. When's it gonna happen? Um, and yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. 3 Spider-Men and Spider-Man No Way Home, bringing Deadpool in, bringing the X-Men in, Fantastic Four. I mean, we've talked about it. The possibilities are endless. I'm very happy with the way it ended, and I think the fact that you did it the way you did with having Loki end up at a different TVA, it's kind of the perfect way to do it, because it's kind of a mind F. At first I was like, wait, what's going on? But to really show that the multiverse is open by sending him to a different universe's TVA, perfect way to bring it in. Perfect way to bring it in. Because you could just show the branches branching, be like, okay, there's the multiverse. But to like show it on a base level with like, they don't know who he is because he is in a different universe. I like that they went that way. I think that was very, very smart. But Sasha, final thoughts. I'm going to ask you for not just the episode, but the season as a whole. Final thoughts on season 1 of Loki.
I think my final thoughts are that I mean, I kind of predicted this. I kind of expected this just because of who the character was, but this was my favorite Marvel show by far. Um I don't it's not even like a competition for me that I would like this one more, but I think it really blew my socks off of a series I was already excited for and made it a million times better than I could have ever like expected it to be. Um I just really am this show to me has so much like cojones to just be like, yeah, we're gonna freaking do this and we're gonna do this and we're gonna tell you about this and we're gonna introduce this. And like I just think it is both like it's kind of the vibe that I feel like Taika Waititi has with like Thor Ragnarok of like having the audacity to try to pull something like that off, but also like having so much fun while doing it. Like this series was so entertaining. It was like I don't even know how you classify it. Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? Like I think it's a drama, but I'm not really sure. Like it is just such a unique, great volume of television. And that, like, I think that's the thing that excites me so much, is not that I didn't love the other two shows and they all to me have their own like separate mission within the MCU. Like, I just loved this series so much, and the finale was to me what I think blueprints for finales for Marvel shows should be. Like, I think they did the cliffhanger really well. Like, I don't need them all to be necessarily as impactful as this, but I think they have set up a lot for the MCU at large, while also saying like, this is a definitive end to this season and we're moving forward with like new elements to the story. Like, I just think they did everything so well. The execution of this season, this finale was excellent, and I couldn't rave about this show more, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, again, completely echo everything you say. Like I said, my full series review will be up tomorrow, so I'm not going to spoil my score, but it's pretty high. And if you saw on Twitter, welcome to the top 10 of my MCU ranking, Loki. You're up there. It's just very well done. And putting my critic hat on now, from a technical aspect, this is one of the best technical projects of all of the MCU. Legitimately. And I feel like this project really showed us that the tide has turned in terms of creative freedom, in terms of actual filmmaking. Because yes, I love the MCU. I am a diehard MCU stan. I will die for these characters. I love these stories and these movies. But I also can admit, again, when I put my critic hat on, that they're not always the best movies. They're great cinematic experiences, but they're not always the best movies. I can admit that if I'm a objective critic, but for this one, legitimately, I think it really checks all the boxes. You guys will see tomorrow in my full review where I point system everything. Technically, it's really great. And I love that we're really seeing the turning of the tide, because we know that we're going to get there, like with the Eternals, Chloe Zhao. Like, we're going to get these filmmakers making really beautifully shot, beautifully edited, beautifully composed content. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I think that this was the first two shows played it very safe, I would say, in terms of first two shows coming out, let's just get people back on this. But Loki pushed the envelope, not just in the story and how outrageous it got story-wise, but from a filmmaking standpoint too. And I think it really nailed it. That's something I'm very high on, is the direction, the cinematography, all of that. I really love. And I know Sasha's been very high in the production design and all of that. I think Loki pushed the boundaries for this stuff. And I think that they accomplished that to a T. I love this first season. I think it's the best paced of any of the shows so far. I think it's the best written of any of the shows so far. It's by far the best show that's come out from Marvel so far. I think it's one of the best projects Marvel's put out, honestly. So I loved it, and I'm excited for season 2. Review's over. Nice. Good shit. All right. This is weighing on me, so I just need to say it again. Psych and Destroy. I know you're a chill dude. I'm sorry. I did not. It's been weighing on me since we had that little back and forth. I didn't want to come off like that, so I apologize. And no competition. I'm merely just saying you genuinely probably know more than me. I've only really been into comics in the MCU for about 3 years. So again, you don't have to spend your time here, and the fact that you do, I really appreciate it. So I had to just, say, I apologize for coming off the way I did. Bad first impression on my part, and I hope you'll stick around. So I apologize for that. Just wanted to do that, because that was weighing on me after that happened when we were doing the review. That just was weighing on me, so I had to do that. All right, let's hit some chats. All right. Let's hit this ish. Where were we?
I think the last one I think Miss Minute sent Renslayer.
It's so weird, because I was on Sasha's channel on Saturday and she was doing it. I'm flustered because I'm back in the driver's seat. Yeah. Where do you think Miss Minute sent Renslayer? No idea. Where
I
did
think
she
we'll
send
find
her?
out in season 2 for sure. But
For sure, for sure. And Miss Minutes is up to no good. I don't trust her. Like I said, as far as I can throw her, I don't trust her at all. And after that horrific jump scare, the condescending Southern accent of Miss Minutes is pure evil. Like, and that Miss Minutes jump scare is pure horror. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, and she's a hologram, which means I can't throw her anywhere.
have you seen the like edit that someone has made of like the scene from The Shining where he's coming through the bathroom and the wife is like screaming like in the bathroom and it's like, "Hey y'all" through the crack and then you just see the wife screaming. It is the funniest thing. Oh my
That's
god.
so funny. No, I haven't been on social media at all today because I've been at work. That is
It's
hilarious.
hysterical. No, literally, I was watching it and Christian turns to me and goes, "Did you really have the frickin' bad guy painted on your tote bag all this time and you didn't even know it?" And I was like, "I'm still a fan of her. Like that's
That
what I
is
don't think
so
you
funny.
understand. Like I didn't like her just because she was like sweet little Southern girl. Like I don't know. I didn't know that she knew this much, but I literally remember
She's
thinking in the poster, I was like, what if she's like I don't know, like what if she's Lady Loki? Like I knew there was something more to her than just being like kind of comic relief. And here she is being like Kang's like right hand man. Like
yeah. She's pure evil. That's all. That's just where
I
she's.
swear.
I do not trust her as far as I can throw her at all. The multiverse war has begun. Yes, it has. I'm so excited. Secret Wars. Russo has come back. You said you would do it. All 4 of your movies are the best movies. So, like, come make another one. Make it a nice even 5 because that makes sense. All the Immortus stuff. We'll pass all of that because we already chatted about it. Loki at the end of the series could actually be our main MCU. Could actually be in our main MCU timeline in TVA. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? We're going to examine it in season 2. Oh, but so this is a great idea. So, did you see the Hollywood Reporter report about Loki being in Doctor Strange?
No.
Okay, so it's reported that Loki is going to be in Doctor Strange. I talked about this before you came in. Someone left a comment. I hate that with all of my heart, with all of my aching heart and soul. I hate that. We've already talked about it. It takes away the stakes of what happened in Infinity War. It takes away everything. I don't want him showing up in the movies. Keep him in the show. And also, if he's going to be in Doctor Strange, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think? I think it's going to be a cameo, and it's going to be Doctor Strange showing up and saying, "Yo, here, come with me. I'm going to take you back to the real timeline." Okay, well, there you go. A whole arc for season 2 is just gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, the Hollywood Reporter is like a reliable source, but like I'm assuming they haven't filmed season 2 yet. And
Yeah, I tend to trust Hollywood Reporter like the Bible because it's one of the major trades. So it's
okay,
like if
I
they do a
trust
report, I'm
Hollywood
like, shoot.
Reporter, but one things can change. I mean,
Yeah,
Doctor Strange, we've already talked about, was in WandaVision and got cut. So
don't
like
even
that
get
can
me started
still
on that.
happen. And then second of all, I heard this thing this week. Apparently Variety, Hollywood Reporter are owned by some like major conglomerate, whatever, and they're also owned by people that like the subset of the companies they make like other productions themselves. So in my opinion, as journalistic sites, they've gone down a little bit just because I'm like, you guys have a little bit of ulterior motives here. Like, I don't know what you guys are trying to say. Now, why
Yeah,
would it benefit them to lie about this? It wouldn't. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. My I remember the days of going to MCU and I like thought about this week with this episode, especially once they were talking about King and like I'm thinking through like we all predicted this, like how did we get so spot on after the whole Mephisto goose chase that we had earlier this year? And I genuinely like miss the days as much as I love that like people love the MCU as much as I do now. And that's like common. Like I kind of do miss the days and this is nothing against anyone that's like new to the MCU or
where it was
anything.
low key.
I miss the days, yeah, when it was like a subset of the internet and you had to like find your people. Like, yeah,
Well,
okay, maybe I'd say that now because it's so popular, but like I miss the days. Like I went into Avengers Endgame, or no, not Endgame, excuse me, Avengers Age of Ultron, 2015, clean. Had no freaking idea what was gonna happen. The only thing I knew, like for a fact, just because of what I knew online, was that they were Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Like that was the only thing I knew, and that I knew like in the comics they were Magneto's twins. Like that's all I knew. Didn't know anything about Ultron, didn't know anything about what was gonna happen. In Vision was definitely not something that was on my radar, and like that was just such a good experience. And so I like kind of am at this point, not that I won't listen to these reports or like theorize or engage with the community or anything, but I'm just kind of like, sorry, I'm going on a little bit of rant, but I'm just
No,
kind
you're
of like
good.
done with like people telling me what's going to happen in a TV show or movie before it happens, because like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, like post production's not done. So like Loki can be CGI erased, cut,
Goodbye.
like, you know. So like sure, Hollywood Reporter, you can say whatever you want to say, like, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I had a point. I forgot.
sorry, I went on for a
Oh yeah,
bit.
no, my point. Yeah, so I take those daggers personally, Sasha. About I kind of wish we were back when all the people wasn't cool because like I just came into it recently, so I take those
No,
daggers
no, I don't
to
mean
the
like this.
heart, Sasha. I
Love
feel
is a
that
dagger, Jack.
the
Okay.
pain that was such a BS thing. I'm fine with the kiss. Same controversial. Kiss is dumb, just like the Rilo kiss. I know Sasha disagrees, but it's the truth. I like the Ray.
Bro,
I
I
like the Raylo
ship
kiss.
Raylo so hard. It's not even funny.
I
It's not
like the Raylo kiss. So everyone, shut up. The kiss between Loki and Silver reminds. Yep, everyone just Raylo. My personal opinion, and very much my own opinion, but I hate when shows end seasons and cliffhangers. Not a big fan of television for that reason. And WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier didn't, so I appreciate that.
Ricardo, you need to appreciate limited series.
He does. Well, no, he does. That's
He
the
does. He
definition.
does.
He
And
is.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
appreciates limited series. That is the definition of what he's saying. He
Yeah.
appreciates a limited series. Hey, that's your opinion. That's fine. I love because I am also a fan of not all TV, but some TV. Like Arrow finally finished Sons of Anarchy. Which did I tell you that? Finally finished Sons of Anarchy. Yes, I told you that. Finally
Yeah.
finished Sons of Anarchy. Those shows thrived on leaving you on cliffhangers at the end of the season because then you'd want to come back for more. Sons of Anarchy in particular is very Game of Thrones esque, where the last episode of the season leaves you on a big old cliffhanger. If you've seen Sons of Anarchy, the cliffhanger between season 2 and 3, you know what I'm talking about. He took my son. I'm not okay. Sorry. It's great. So, but I respect your opinion. You love limited series. There you go.
And I genuinely mean, like, sorry, I phrased that the wrong way. I, for a long time, and it's funny now that the MCU, now I'm like, oh yes, we have a multi-season show. Limited series are something that I think were introduced in Hollywood as like a very interesting concept, picked up by everyone, and then things became so popular that they were like, sure, we'll do a second season. And I think like Hollywood needs to go back. There's certain stories that need to be limited series. Like they need to utilize that format now that it exists and is in the world. Like I've heard all these rumors about Queen's Gambit season 2 or whatever. No, that's not like,
Leave it be.
leave it. Let it be its thing. Like Hollywood wants to just reproduce everything. Like let's just respect the art, you know? So I totally see where you're coming from, Ricardo.
Respect the mother effing art. I'm gonna make that into a shirt. I look forward to seeing your letterbox review. They should have did that since it represents the multiverse. Yeah, talking about Deadpool thing. Yes, but Sasha made a good point. It might not. I tend to think it does because I'm very, want it to be, but maybe.
I also just think it fits like the character of Deadpool, that like sure it represents the multiverse, but like
He's a
Deadpool's whole
reactor
thing is
like
that
us. That's so funny.
breaks he breaks like the fourth wall all the time. So like to me it's just a little bit of like a tease like thing. It's also very similar to like the I guess it's like a one shot, but the Team Thor short. Have you ever seen that, Jack?
Yeah.
That came out between to explain like where he was during
Yeah, during Civil
Civil
War.
War. Like I think it's something like that where it's like, yeah, sure, it's canon and it's like a thing that like, okay, sure, it's fun, but like I don't know if it's gonna be like, oh, Korg's in Deadpool 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I did love it's like So that guy's like the villain. What do you think about him? Well, he's got four arms. Two of them got little gloves on them. And he seems like a cool guy. And then he's like, "Well, that's Taika Waititi. What do you think about him?" He's like, "Oh, he seems like a cool guy." And I'm like, I just I just love it. I just love
I
it. I
love
just love
Tyga so much.
everything. But like they are trailer reactors, just like that. They are coming after us. That's what that was. I loved it. I love how he was like in the intro, he's like fucking with the ring light and stuff. Like, stop being
And then
so
they showed
self-aware.
the like clip to the Cruella one. He's like, "Where are the
Oh, yeah,
dogs?"
where are the fucking dogs? That was the funniest moment of the entire thing when they showed the Cruella one. He's just like, where are the fucking dogs? That was in freaking incredible. It put a smile on my face. It was just fantastic. I'll give Loki an 8.6 out of 10. It's a good rating. Good rating. It was a pleasure seeing these lives every Wednesday, and you guys are easily one of the most entertaining people I've ever met on YouTube. I can't wait for more of your guys' content.
Thank you,
You're very
Alex.
nice, Alex. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sasha's content too. She's awesome, and you
I'm
should
looking
go
forward to Jax.
subscribe.
He's got some rebranding happening.
Well, I hadn't talked about that yet, but no, it's fine.
Well, if anyone's clicked on your channel, I feel like they've seen it.
It's fine. You're ruining the plan. No, I'm joking. Yeah, stuff may be coming down the turnpike. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we're. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I talked about it after. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do my Wednesdays anymore. Just kind of f around and not do anything. I guess I don't know. Sasha and I have talked. Hawkeye, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll have to see.
Life is a thing that happens, and people can't always do things. So that's just what happens. Psych and Destroy subbed. Great chat, you two. Thanks for having us. Of course. And I see your other one as well. I do feel like I have to apologize because as the host and as someone that wants to make you feel like you're welcome, I didn't do a good job. That's on me. And no, you did not come off as something. You did not come across as bad. I made a bad first impression, so that was bad on me. All right. Well, Renslayer is kind of Kang's princess, which I did know that. In the comics, he creates a rift in time to save her life once, so hopefully they'll do something like that. Liked Renslayer, and I love Mobius too. Maybe. I don't know.
I really liked. Sorry,
Does
go
she
ahead.
know about Kang? Or
Not this
whoever
version of her.
that she doesn't? Yeah.
I really liked
I'm
the.
interested to see where it turns up.
Yeah, I really liked the reveal of them being at the school in 2018 and being
That
like,
was
he
cool.
comes out and she's like, "That's not Judge Renslayer," and she's like, "What the heck are you guys talking
What
about?"
are
Like,
you doing in my skull?
I loved that. Like, I thought that was such a clever like piece of like, just in case anyone was curious, like she's definitely a variant because like everyone else kind of got pruned or imprisoned or like their memories were seen except for her. So I think that could have led to too much speculation if they just left
It
that.
was cool knowing what she was. Like that
Yeah,
was
and
kind
where
of
she
cool. It was
came
like,
from. She was like a
okay.
teacher and all this kind of stuff, and I really liked that. I'm definitely interested to see. Like, I wonder if like I like the dynamic for them if this does end up being like the storyline that they carry through, which I think it would be. You know, they've got both characters, so why not? Her like pursuing him because at this point she just needs another figure to attach her belief system to. You know, like she's not giving
Yeah.
up. None of this variant stuff has shaken her the way it's shaken the rest of the TVA. None
Mm-hmm.
of this multiverse.
I don't think
She's
she
like, it
believes it.
has to be for a reason. Like, it has to be for a reason. Like, she's fine with whatever the reason is. She just needs that thing to subscribe to. And I think that is such an interesting, like, character dynamic. So I'm interested to see if she like chases him down, pursues him, and like ends up just like kind of just like falling in love with him or idealizing him and all this
Because
kind
it
of
gives her power. I mean, I think she's kind of
yeah.
power hungry.
I think so, but I think even more so it comes from just that inherent need of like instead of giving up her belief system and changing that, she's like,
She needs
I just
something to
need
believe
like
in.
a figure at the top.
She needs something to believe in, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you watched the Grand Budapest Hotel from Wes Anderson? Another movie that has almost. Oh yeah, I love Grand Budapest Hotel. Wes Anderson is one of my favorite directors. and I've heard all of the praise of the French Dispatch, which I am so excited to see. It's in my top 10 most anticipated for the rest of the year. I love Wes Anderson. I watched The Royal Tannenbaums last weekend for the first time, another movie with Owen Wilson in it, and he is so good in that movie. Wes Anderson is such a different filmmaker. He's just built different. So I'm just so excited to see. Speaking of filmmakers that are built different, Denis Villeneuve, I'm going to that showing thing next week for Dune. Don't know what it is, but I'm going. I got my tickets, so I'm going to make a video next week talking about my experience going to the Dune thing. Don't know what it is. My friend Zach Pope was like, hey, 30% chance they show the full movie. And I was like, that's not happening. But if it does, I don't want to miss it. So I got my ticket. So yeah, expect a video for that next week. We're going to get a new trailer.
Subscribe and turn on the notifications bell to not miss any of
Bow. We're so close to 750. Like 6 away. I want to snap my fingers to be at 1,000 right now. I just want that number. That number is what I've been striving for. I just want it. It was 100. I got to 100. Now it's 1,000. I want it bad. I have to go now, but I hope you guys have a good week. Hey, you too, man. I mean, you're long gone by now, but thank you. If you're on the replay, you're a real one. He's still here. Is the Dune screen next week the full Dune movie? I don't think so. What they say it is it's you get to see the new trailer first. Like there's a new trailer. You get to see the new trailer because we've only gotten one trailer so far. So it's new trailer and it's like an extended look at the film, I guess. Now is extended look the full film? I don't think so. I had a conversation with a good friend of the channel, Zach Pope. He was like 30% it happens. I'm like, nah, 0% it happens because there's no way they're going to take that film and show it to people before the festival circuit because it's going to, I think, TIFF or one of them. It's premiering at like one of those big fests later in the year. I don't think they would do some free because it's for free. Like I got my ticket for free. Like they're not going to do some free fan event thing where they just show the film to a bunch of people. I don't buy that. Personally. So no, I do not think it is the full Dune movie, which is supposed to come out in like the end of October and it's the middle of July. But if it is, I'll let you know. But it's going to be fun. You changed your profile pic, so I felt the rebrand coming. Let's just forget that we even talked about it.
Sorry,
because it's fine, Sasha. It's totally fine. But I got something coming, and I let's just forget about it. But you're fine, Sasha, for real. It's what I get for spoiling your site and stuff. That we're even now. No, I'm joking. You can do no wrong. It's fine. Hashtag we are Venom with a heart. You're the man. Alex, okay, bye. See ya. Have a good night. I thought you were long gone. You said bye, and I was like, okay. And that was like 20 minutes ago. So I'm like, he's probably gone. Favorite Kat Dennings performance? WandaVision. I've only seen her in the MCU stuff, and she is unbearable in the Thor movies. So WandaVision.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in anything other than this. I think she's in some Hulu show right now that I watched the trailer for, but I don't think I've ever seen her in something that wasn't this. And I would say WandaVision too. She comes off as this like really, really overeager like nerd, and she's like a part of the party, and I just really like her.
But she's also like smart, and she's not annoying. Like, y'all know how I feel about Kat Dennings and those damn Thor movies. Every time I talk about a Thor movie, I talk about how much I hate her character in those movies. It's not her. I think she's fine as a person, but I don't think she was given the best writing. She is unbearable in those movies, especially Thor the Dark World, which Thor the Dark World's a mess.
See, I don't like Jane.
No, I don't like Jane either. I don't like any of that crew. I don't like any of the crew. I don't like any of them. I think they're all unbearable. Unflippin' bearable. But yeah, seen her in Two Broke Girls. Oh yeah, she was in Two Broke Girls. Forgot about that. She's one of the leading ladies. Yeah, Darcy in the Thor movies is unbearable. I do not like Jane
Dollface
either.
is the show I was talking about on
Dollface.
Hulu.
Okay.
It's the Hulu original she's in.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen her in absolutely anything else. I don't recognize like half of these things. So
Saw a clip of Two Broke Girls on TikTok, and Kat Dennings was hilarious. She's very funny. I think she got a great like her shtick. I mean, she was great in like again, she was great in WandaVision. I think she was funny in WandaVision. But that's all I've seen her in. It's the MCU stuff, unfortunately.
I think she makes a great Darcy. Like I think that's one of the things that like I do really like about the MCU. And somebody mentioned this. I think it actually was Seek and Destroy, in his like predictions for the last Loki episode, was saying like he really enjoys like characters in the MCU that like aren't super powered. They're not secretly someone else. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
just that character. And like I think like Darcy and Mobius and Jimmy Woo are like classic examples of people who are like, yeah, they're important and they have their respective fields. Like Kat Dennings is super smart. Like she's the one that figures out this is like a sitcom being projected and all these kind of things. And like Jimmy Woo's in the FBI and Mobius is, you know, the best agent it seems like at the TVA. And so like I really appreciate characters like that that are extremely like they're ground level in the MCU without having to be in a ground level movie like Black Widow or something. They
Yeah.
just like fill up space in a really great way and make things that are like really cosmically crazy like seem really like realistic.
Yeah, and I mean, it's if anyone's seen like the CW Flash, I mean, it's like everyone has a damn, everyone has a damn superpower in that show eventually. And I love the Flash, but it's like, why does everyone have to have anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
I so like in the sense of Marvels, we have had a lot of those reveals where it's like, oh, I'm not someone, but I am. And I don't always love that. So yes, like those supporting characters are just great to keep it grounded to a point. I think Jimmy Woo is the best for that, honestly, so
Jimmy
far.
Woo is amazing. He's amazing. I love
Yeah.
him so much.
That sounds like something I would say. LOL. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bringing me here tonight too. I love this. You're the
Absolutely.
man. You're the man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Favorite non MCU Marvel project? Well, crap. I haven't seen a lot of the non MCU movies. I'd probably say Spider Man 2. I haven't seen a lot of the non MCU movies, Marvel movies. I hate to say.
So I was pretty into Agents of Shield when it came out because like Coulson being alive post Avengers was something like that was like the theory like I would have
But
died
isn't
on
that
like in middle
technically
school.
MCU though?
Yeah, it is, and so like
Yeah.
that's why I bring it up at the beginning. But then
Oh yeah.
I think like I mean Deadpool is the obvious choice.
Oh
Like
yeah,
both
Deadpool.
Deadpool
Frick. Why
movies
I forgot that.
are
Deadpool.
freaking incredible, like insanely funny, insanely good. And I
Deadpool and Logan for
really
me.
Logan is fantastic, fan freaking tastic, and I really love Days of Future Past, X-Men.
I
That was
haven't
one of
seen
those
that
movies I
yet.
went in with like no expectations, and it was like a blast. I feel like you would like it, Jack.
I
And the
still
only
haven't
one I
seen
think
it
you
yet.
need to watch before that, it was the first X-Men movie I think I saw, but maybe watch X-Men First Order or
First Class.
First Class. If you watch that one and then watch Days of Future Past, because they're
Ooh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it
oh
to me.
yeah, yeah.
Give
I
me
forget
that. Give
about
me
a
all
lot of
that good.
oh wait a minute. Okay, and you know what? Let's get controversial here.
Please don't
The
simp over Andrew Garfield right
first,
now. I
oh,
knew where you were
the
going. Don't
first,
simp over Andrew Garfield,
the
please.
first Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh my god. Here we
Guys,
go.
at some point, I'm going to reveal the name of my Tumblr from like middle school, and
Oh,
we're
do
gonna
it
go
now.
through it
Do it now.
together.
Do it.
Not doing it now. I'm not
Do
doing
it.
it now.
I'm gonna embrace my inner Palpatine. Do it. Do
But
it.
it is all like there's stuff I was into like Doctor Who and Sherlock a little bit before, and then like summer 2012, it is like like Tom Hiddleston nonstop, Chris Evans nonstop, Andrew Garfield nonstop. I'm sorry, but I loved Amazing Spider-Man 1. And the only reason I don't like Amazing Spider-Man 2 is because it was just kind of like they just threw crap at the wall and like it didn't stick. They just kind of
WandaVision.
I disagree. We feel very differently about WandaVision. Honestly, I feel like your dislike of WandaVision increses my like of it. And I don't
It's
know
so
why.
funny though because WandaVision's still in my top 15. Like I
It is,
rated
yeah.
it really well, but I've got you know what it is? It's the stan culture of that show that pisses me off because it is
Yeah.
not the second coming of Jesus Christ. That show is not that
But
good.
I have to be honest, like I see that about everything in the MCU nowadays. Like the only thing
Okay.
it doesn't happen for is Iron Man 2 and Thor the Dark World. Like there's no like true like I will come at you and your family stands for those two movies, but pretty much everything else like Black Widow and Thor Ragnarok, like everyone just gets their thing and like it's fine,
But
you know.
WandaVision's built different though. I'm sorry.
It is, but it
It's
did have it.
that was
You know what?
built
It was the
different.
first thing in a long time, and
I
so
know.
I
But
feel
that was
and
built
understand
different
people's
though.
yeah, no, and I get that. I
That
get
was
that.
built different. It was it was a different beast, and I was like, guys, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It was fine. It had its great moments, but it wasn't that good.
But it was pretty good.
It was fine. Like it was good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it wasn't that good. 23 Emmys.
Okay,
Wait.
yeah.
23 Emmy. 23 Sasha.
Okay,
That was
Don
the most
Cheadle got an
Sasha.
Emmy for the Falcon
Sasha.
and the Winter Soldier
Sasha. That was the most besides the Mandalorian. Sasha.
in The Crown. The Crown
Yeah.
and Mandalorian tied for I think 28.
Sasha. 23. Nah. You think all of those acting awards or noms were deserved?
Absolutely.
I think Olsen and Catherine Hahn. I don't know about Paul Bettany. Maybe. I don't know.
See, okay, so here's
I think his one defining moment is like the yelling. Like that's kind of his one defining moment in that series, like the yelling.
My argument stems from the fact that like people who don't like WandaVision, I feel, and Jack, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like they don't like the sitcom thing. They just don't
I'm
like
fine
it.
with
And
the
then
sitcom
the
thing.
end is rushed, which I understand, and that's a perfectly fine argument.
Tell me about the end.
Me, you didn't need the ending, and the only reason they did that is to tie into Multiverse of Madness and make it more like just instead of people being like, "What the heck is this Marvel sitcom thing?" Like whatever, like tying it back in and using it as a way to get new people into MCU. Like that is an entryway text to be like, here, you don't like normal MCU? Well, we're doing different stuff now. So like pay attention to us. That's what that is to me. But to go from performing in front of a live audience in the first 2 episodes, acting in the style of shows that happened 70 years ago, like we're on the air 70 years ago, emulating that to a satisfactory degree while also carrying all the information of a character you've played for 10 years. No, well, a little bit less, like 7, 8 years, and then transitioning that and making it feel like the same character to the end of that show. And Paul Bettany plays the version of himself that's the whole like the ship thing, has a conversation with himself sort of situation while also like capitalizing on this like whole like sitcom thing. I don't know, like I think my argument is that all of those actors who like there's a reason it wasn't Jimmy Woo or Monica Rambeau or anyone else in those actors who got the nominations. Like it's the characters, including Catherine Hahn, who are from episode 1 playing in a different era. Like you are performing in a different way than you would perform now. And like that to me is something that speaks to their ability as actors. Am I saying they deserve to win? No, not necessarily. But do I think the nomination is deserved? Yeah. And the Emmys is known every freaking year, and I respect the hell out of the Emmys of any other award show. It's my favorite award show now, I think. They do this every year. They pick shows and they just run with it.
Yeah, what did they
Handmaid's Tale
watch?
was
They
the
watched like
same
4
way.
shows. They watched like 4
That's what I'm
shows.
saying, is it's usually the same, and a lot of stuff didn't come out this year, so it was a lot of continuation of shows like The Crown and Handmaid's Tale that were going to get nominations anyways. But then they had all of these empty spots, and they said, you know what? Like, we really enjoyed this. And I would make the argument, and this is again, it's my personal preference, and I do a lot of like ratings on personal and like my own enjoyment of it. But like, I personally feel like WandaVision deserves the writing nominations and stuff than it does way more than like Falcon Winter Soldier did. Like, it's just stuff like people are upset about how low Falcon Winter Soldier did in Emmy nominations, and then how much WandaVision and those two like sides of the fandom I think spar a
Yeah,
lot.
what the
But my argument, and anyone can have their own opinion, but like I think WandaVision deserves the hell out of every single one of its nominations.
Are you going to tell me, and Mitchell, that's what we're arguing about right now. Are you going to tell me that Paul Bettany was more deserving of an Emmy nomination than Sebastian Stan was for Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes.
You're wrong.
Just because Sebastian Stan is a great actor and he cried and that scene was great does not mean he did anything revolutionary or award worthy in that show. And I'm going to get so much hate for this, but this is a hill I'm willing to die on. I think Sebastian Stan is such a talented actor, but I don't think those chops were used in this show the way that the Emmys, like, if you look, okay, let's look at the category that he would have been in. Outstanding performance. Like, Sterling K. Brown deserves that nomination. I love him. Outstanding drama actors, these nominations. No, he's in the limited series one, I think.
Yeah, Lovecraft is the limited series because they didn't bring it back for season 2, which is ridiculous, even though I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's great.
See, but that's what I mean. Like, limited series utilize the format. Okay. Okay, drama, lead actor. Okay. Billy Porter in Pose. Amazing. I don't know what Josh O'Connor's from. He plays Prince Charles in The Crown. That was an obvious in. Reggie-Jean Page in Bridgerton was an obvious in. He's not going to be in any more seasons of the show, and he was fantastic. He was one of the best parts of that show. Jonathan Majors is for Lovecraft Country, that was submitted as a drama.
That's a limited series. See, this is
Perry Mason, or Matthew Rhys in Perry Mason, can't speak to that. And then Sterling K. Brown in This Is Us. I cannot speak to the Crown one. I've seen Jonathan Majors act now, and I haven't seen Lovecraft Country, but he's a pretty badass actor. And then I can't speak to Matthew Rhys and Perry Mason. That's a pretty stacked category, and I'm sorry, but there's not room for Anthony Mackie nor Sebastian Stan in there. I apologize to everyone whose feelings I will hurt. That is my personal opinion. But, like, this is what the Emmys does. The Crown was going to be nominated, Poses in its final season. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Are they both great actors? Yes. Do I like them? Yes. Do they deserve to be Emmy nominated for Falcon and Winter Soldier? No. The writing on Falcon and Winter Soldier could have been rewarded, but that has a lot of pacing issues, which is a huge writing problem.
You want to talk about pacing issues?
But WandaVision is a limited series. Like, it's a different... I'm just saying.
And you know what? You know what's even worse about this is that the chat is on your side, and this is my stream. I started this stream. I can end this stream.
He can. I'm sorry. I'm just trying. I would rather die on the hill with my honest opinion than, go softly into the night with
Jeremy, get out of here with that. I am out of work. We are not doing this right now. Jeremy. That is a work conversation. We are not doing this. This is my safe space. But thank you for coming.
The supporting actor category is also, like, ridiculously stacked.
You know what? Everyone agrees with you. This is fine. We're fine. We are fine. We're fine.
Cheadle. You know what? You got Don Cheadle.
But that one was such BS. Whatever.
I think so too, but I don't sure.
Is that a new mic, Sasha?
It is. So it's actually not new to me. I've had it for a while, but I've been waiting for the proper setup to, like, put it up. But it's new. It's been giving me some problems today, so I'm not the happiest with it. It is a Audio Technica. I don't even know. I got it off of Mercari.
Is it an AT 2020? Does it look like this one?
I think it's I think so. Hold on. I think it's a I can go to my cam thing. It is a
Are we the AT 2020 fan? I'm just gonna say
I think so.
Ryan, which hello Ryan, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. Jeremy doesn't actually believe that. That is him slighting me for something I said at work. He doesn't actually believe that. But hey, man, what's good? Thanks for coming to the stream. You're one of the real ones. So you're lit. Thanks for coming in, man. Nerdy Blurb, he doesn't post a lot of videos because he's got his life. He got a full-time job as well. But you go check his stuff out. He one of the most welcoming, happy, just friendly people in this space. He is absolutely amazing. So go check that man out. All right. Let's just get past I'm just gonna move past all these comments. It's fine. That's fine. We'll just move past all of these comments. All love, Jack. I know it is. Catch me up on the Loki finale. I loved it. Sasha, thoughts?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. I'm so psyched for season 2. I think it did a really good job of setting stuff up for season 2 and future of the MCU.
Jonathan Majors, brilliant. And I will say, Jeremy, because we talked about this yesterday, I shouldn't have been so conservative on my final prediction with Kang. I shouldn't have been so conservative because I changed it right when I was talking to you and Tom. I said, I think it might just be a post-credit scene. I should not have been that conservative. I should have stick to my guns, and I should have said, we're getting him from the front, because we did, which was, I shouldn't have been so conservative, which I'm kind of kicking myself over. Have you guys ever been to New Zealand? No.
I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand at some point, but
the only places I've been out of the country, I went to England and in France a few summers ago, which was lit. I've been to China twice.
Dang.
Whole different part of my life that no one on YouTube knows about. And that's not anything we're gonna do today. And then I went on a Disney cruise once to the Caribbean, which was lit. So yeah, Sasha, have you been out of the country? Where have you gone? Where have you visited?
I've had the awesome opportunity to travel a lot in my life. A lot. I have been to Canada. I've been to Mexico and the Caribbean quite a bit. I have been to I did a Mediterranean cruise from Rome to Athens. So
whoa, lit as fuck. Holy shit.
I have been to Tokyo and Japan.
What?
Which was so cool. Tokyo Disneyland, my favorite fun fact.
Did you like did you like see like the street racing, or like what are we doing? Like Tokyo Drift style? Like what are we doing here? Did you see Han? Like what's up?
No, unfortunately I didn't.
Wait, not. I can't bring that up because then you're gonna flame it. It's just gonna
I won't. I'll withhold it. I'll withhold it.
Yeah, please.
I had too many rants. I don't need to go into that. But no, we went to like the best sushi I've ever had in my life. I don't even really like sushi, and that's fantastic. I mean, obviously because it's Japan.
I was gonna say, I'm sure.
And in Tokyo Disneyland, they have Tokyo Disneyland, which is just like Magic Kingdom here, and then they have Tokyo Disney Sea, which is kind of a combo of like Hollywood Studios and California Adventure, and then some stuff of their own that they've kind of come up with. But the only snack they serve in the parks that is like pretty readily available, unless you go to like a restaurant, is popcorn. And the reason is because all the birds there, which they have pigeons, which if you're in like the New York section of their like Disney Sea, you think you're in America. Like you would never guess like you're across the world. But like the birds will eat all the popcorn. So it's the cleanest. Oh, my camera just died. Hold on. It is the cleanest like place I've ever been.
It's actually really smart.
Like there's no trash like lying around.
Well, us Americans, we're dirty little boys and girls. Why can't we pick up our trash, guys? Is it that hard?
Come on, guys.
The environment is
Actually
getting
saw someone
worse.
litter from their car the other day, and I was like, I
Oh,
have
I
never
did.
seen
Okay,
this
I
in my
was
life.
driving home from work one day, and like the car in front of me just like, I guess they just had some jello or some pudding, just threw it out of the car. I'm like, we're on a street in the middle of downtown Dallas, and you're just gonna throw a pudding cup out of the freaking your window? What are you doing? There are terrible people in this world. You know, sea turtles are choking on plastic straws. What are we doing?
I just couldn't believe I saw someone like actually throw it out their car. Like I've seen those sign my entire life.
Yeah, no, it was the same for me. I had a literal shock. I was like, what just happened?
Sorry, guys, this battery won't go in.
It's fine. Welcome to my life. My body is a battery that just is always on low because I'm always so tired.
That is why I live off of coffee, my friend.
Got a new shipment of Mountain Dew this week. The guys at the office know all about that.
Do you order it in bulk?
Yeah, I mean, you can only order it on Amazon. So I get cases. I get 4 cases. That lasts me 2.5 months. And then I re-up every about 2.5 months.
Wait, that's kind of smart because then you don't just like go to the store and just buy like a 6-pack all the time. It's more cost effective, but also like you know to pace yourself.
See, Jeremy knows. That's why you need game fuel. I will show you, Jeremy. I will show the chat. So, oh crap. Okay. Hey, Sasha, guess whose battery just died on their camera?
We're such professionals, Jack.
Guys, look at this. Isn't this a fun stream?
Before mine, though.
Oh, and the battery dropped. Here we are.
Hey, there you go. Sorry, that's a shot of my marble.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna show I'll show Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy, desktop, baby. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, you guys are gonna see. There's half the shipment right there, Jeremy. Okay, there's 2 more of those. There's 2 more of those boxes coming. They're not here yet. That's half the shipment right there.
This is just like a giant like group FaceTime.
You're just gonna watch me do it right now. There you go. Let's see how this looks. That looks fine. That looks really bad, actually, but that's fine. We'll fix it later.
Also, I'm sorry there's a crop on my thing. I meant to address that when I came in. I don't know why.
Fine. It's lit.
I don't know why.
Okay, I shouldn't have done that. This is terrible. My OCD is kicking in now. Like I'm just at the bottom. All right, here we are. All right. Do a desktop for the fans. I'm not going to. I'm gonna waste a can. I'm not doing that. I save them for work. I'm not gonna waste a can. I'm not drinking one at 10 o'clock at night. I will never go to sleep. Show Sasha. It's fine. I think she can live without it.
What is this in reference to?
So okay, I'll show the can.
A desk pop?
So I'm not going to open one because...
Or is this like a cultural practice that I'm not aware of?
I'm not going to open one because I don't want to waste it. So it's got... So this is... Here it is. Regular energy drink. So this is a resealable top. So you crack the top and you like slide it and you got like the little hole. And then you can re-slide it and like do it. So every time you close it all the way, the carbonation will build up. So when you open it again, it pops like you're opening a soda. So I always open them at home because doesn't matter where they are, they explode. I'm not going to have it explode in my hands at work. So I open it at home. Initially, I open it at home and then I close it because I don't want it to spill in my car. So when I get to work, the carbonation is built up. So I always pop it at my desk. And I give people heart attacks in the office. So it's a whole thing now. So
guys, we're all in on the inside joke now. The chat sport.
Yeah.
Now
we're all in on the game fuel now. This ad read though. Yeah.
He had a
game fuel. Sponsor me. Have you guys heard about Magic Spoon? Which is actually delicious cereal, by the way. All right, let's catch up on some of these. You guys played the newest Square Enix Avengers game. I played some of it. I haven't finished it. It's a very long game, so I haven't finished it. I know Sasha might have played some of it too, correct?
This is the one with Kamala
It's the
Khan.
new one. Yeah, it's the new
Yeah,
one. The new one.
I've played about. I learned I suck at video games. Other than The Sims, which
How
I've
it
played
is.
my entire life, and I know how to play, and it's a simulation game, and I am control of the rules and what happens.
You
When there's
are
actual rules and
Kang.
controls, exactly, I am. Like that is like obviously I like this show. I like The Sims. It's a control freak issue, but like with like I'm also not used to playing on like a console, and I got an Xbox for like a streaming device, and to play video games, and I've played what do you want to say? Probably 30 minutes of this game. And the amount of times I have to like replay a certain segment that should take me like 2 minutes. Like for the amount I've played, I should be further in the game,
You
but I'm
should have
probably
progressed
only like
further.
20 minutes in. Like if you take out the story, I'm probably only like 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Nice.
But I'm playing on like the lowest level, and I need to finish it because now they have all the cool add-ons and stuff. And I've heard they were like
Yeah.
really are trying to like keep this game updated.
They're trying to keep it alive
Yeah.
because it died quick. So did Loki land in a splintered timeline at the end? Plus, I told you we would see a Loki kiss. Haha. Yeah, we did address the Loki kiss in the review. Yeah, he ended up in a because now the multiverse is a thing. So he ended up in a different universe in the multiverse, which I think we talked about a little bit in the review as well. I think is the perfect way to illustrate that the multiverse is here, is to have him run up to someone that he recognizes and they don't recognize him because he's just not in the same universe he was in.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did.
Similar to when Thor is like trying to speak with his mom when he goes back in Endgame to like get the stone that's like in the ether. In
Reality, yeah, the reality stone, yeah. But she's a witch though, so she like knows what the deal is. She's like, yeah, I got you.
I know what's up.
Thank you, Jack. Really appreciate it for sure. Appreciate you, my brother. Been gone for a while, but we coming back. Bro, I'm excited for your content to come back. He's got some of the best editing in the game. It's just great. Have you guys ever heard of a New Zealand show called Jono and Ben? If you guys haven't, look up some clips of that show. Never heard of it? I'll definitely look up some clips. You've piqued my interest.
I never heard of it either.
No Tokyo Drift? Yeah, Sasha, no Tokyo Drift? Where's Han? You didn't see Han?
Great. I'm sorry. I was also like 15, so I couldn't even drive.
I'm sure you hate Tokyo Drift too, because you just hate that franchise. Okay, then you have no right to be saying that Fast 9 is crashing. I know you were trying to be clever with your title.
Car.
No.
Crash.
Stop. I know you're trying to be clever. No. Isn't it resealable? Yeah, guys. Didn't you know it's got this cool technology where it's resealable?
Come on, Jack, get your money. If you don't have that in the ad read, you're not gonna make the money.
It's got a tactical grip, like literally says it's got a tactical grip, which actually the grip is tactical grip, resealable top.
Do you ever think that people in advertising just make up words?
Yeah.
Like to sell something to you?
Alertness, accuracy.
Yeah, I would never.
All right, that's all I got.
Is it in like an energy drink?
Oh, it's an energy. It's okay. basically it's just Mountain Dew with more of the dew. It's basically what it is. It's Mountain Dew with more caffeine.
Gotcha.
That's my coffee in the morning. Where are we at? I totally lost my spot. Oh, how ironic. Have you guys played Until Dawn? I have not. Don't play a lot of video games. I play some, but not a lot. Brandon, top 3 favorite games. So Sasha, it's The Sims, and Animal Crossing.
Yeah, mine would be Sims 3, Sims 4, Animal Crossing. On my phone, I've actually stopped playing it for probably like 2 weeks now, which is insane. For 2 years, I've been playing this game called Disney Magic Kingdoms on my iPhone, like every day. Like I swear to goodness, every single day. Like, I've played that game. And now I haven't for 2 weeks because they're doing some Luca event, and I still haven't seen it, and I just don't really care. And
watch Luca; it's perfectly fine. You were gonna watch all that TV this week. You got all that time to watch TV this week and watch Luca.
Dylan O'Brien, Luca. Dylan O'Brien,
Luca's
Luca.
fine.
Dylan O'Brien wins.
Sasha, stop
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm just not. I think I just have hit a point in my life where I'm like, if something doesn't appeal to me, I'm just not gonna watch it for a while.
That's fine. I'm going to
Like,
watch Escape Room 2 this weekend over my dead body.
that money could be for more game fuel, and you're.
I'm going to watch it for free with my A-list
Oh,
account.
okay, well there you go. If it's free, it's free. Can't argue with that.
Look, the grind to become a real film critic, you got to watch movies you don't always like.
True.
Top three games. I mean, for me, it's Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I love MLB The Show. Call of Duty is my number one game. I love Call of Duty. MLB The Show. I really love doing like Road to the Show, so I can just have a full beard like I've always wanted to have. I can be 6 foot something and be buff and hit home runs, which I never was able to do in high school. I was the bunter. Yep.
Some other great games are Moving Out. It's a really funny, like, I think it's more of like an indie game. It's like you are like working for a moving company, and it's just like these cartoon characters, and you just like destroy people's apartments, but like you have to move it all out by a certain time.
That's
It's really
funny.
fun. It's a good multiplayer game. And then I've knocked Pokemon for like a good portion of my life.
Pokemon.
I didn't really get it, but Pokemon Shield, which is the one I have, Sword and Shield, but I only have the Shield one. I need to finish the game, but like I care deeply about my Pokemon. Like deeply. Like I like my Score Bunny is like my child.
It makes sense. I like the finale because for a big fan, but also someone who doesn't read all the comics, he explained Kang and his origin very well. Yep, 100%. I don't read like any of the comics, but I love the shows in the movies, and it explained it very well. It explained the whole multiverse thing very well.
I totally
Great,
agree.
the best written series of any of the MCU. The best written series of any of the MCU.
Totally agree.
Guess who? I don't know. Reagan talks about movies. Is it you? Oh, it's you.
Reagan.
How's it going, y'all? We're doing good, man.
Going
Hope you're
good.
doing
How are you
good.
doing, Reagan?
Reagan the man.
Reagan, how is High School Musical going? How's the play going? I want
Yeah.
updates.
She wants updates. Which an absolute queen, Olivia Rodrigo at the White House today. Absolute
I know.
queen.
She's just like
She's
the
just out
plaid
and
is her
about.
thing.
She's
The
just out
plaid
and
is
about.
just her thing.
Guys, by the way, get vaccinated, please. We're kind of back to normal, but we're not really back to normal. Can you just get vaccinated, please? Please. It's not that hard. I got both my shots. I was a little drowsy after the second one, but I was fine. As a man that's deathly afraid of needles and shots, if I can do it, you can do it too. So get vaccinated, kids. Let's end COVID, please. Can we just end it? Now, I did raw dog the movie theater. That sounds really bad.
I've never heard
I
that
went to
before.
I went to the movie theater for the first time without a mask. I just didn't take one.
Is that what that term means?
Raw dogging the air, I guess. I don't know. That's just bad overall. Reagan, don't look that up. Just don't look that up. Yeah, I went to the theater to see Black Widow for the first time. I just didn't have a mask. Didn't even bring one. It was weird. Felt weird. I was like, I don't want to be the. Yep.
I have just never heard that expression before. That's so funny.
If you've never heard that before, please don't look it up, Sasha.
Well, I was not going to. I mean, I can only assume what I would find if I looked it up.
And Reagan, I really plead you to not look that up. Just don't. You're too young for that. I don't know why you're here. This is a not safe for work stream, everybody. Sasha and Jack, now that Loki's dying, I need show recommendations. Doesn't have to be brand new, but can y'all give me 3 show recs?
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
Sons of Anarchy. I mean, I've talked very highly about it at work. I think it's the greatest TV show of all time. That's just me. Sons of Anarchy. I mean, I like Arrow. Arrow's a great superhero. It's another superhero show, Arrow, which is done. You can binge it on Netflix. All 8 seasons are there. I don't know.
What kind of shows do you like, Jeremy? I know you mentioned Breaking Bad. And
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know
like
why
he likes some of that stuff, and
I don't know why this comes to mind. I don't know if it's just because it's on my mind recently, but like I think Handmaid's Tale is
I
a
mean, so
little, I don't want to say it's like similar to Breaking Bad because like obviously they're not, but I feel like it's got a little bit of the element of like each season, like it's a little bit of a slower
it's a
burn.
yeah.
I think Handmaid's Tale is a little bit faster paced than Breaking Bad, but the character at the center has like good morals and bad moral, like but does bad action. Like there's certain things that I think the protagonist is written similarly. I'm trying to think of other shows in that vein. I mean, I think Euphoria is like art, like that show. I've never watched a show the way I watched that
Hmm.
show, just just salivated over it for like literally 8 hours or whatever it took me to watch it, like just straight. Mystery, history, drama, but not like soap dramas. I mean, this one seems obvious if you like history and drama, like The Crown, and I will say like The Crown is like really really slow, but it is really good. But that's also kind of recent, more recent history, so I don't know if that's as interesting. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe you'd like Doctor Who. I don't know. If you do like Doctor Who, start with the Ninth Doctor, who is the guy that plays Malekith in Thor: The Dark World. He is not the best Doctor, but like the Doctors all have a sidekick that's called the Companion. Don't watch any of the old Doctor Who, like from like don't don't
Just
start
don't
before the
do it.
ninth, because from the ninth on, it's very like the writers are the same, the creative personnel are the same, but prior to that, it's really just if you're like English and you have a nostalgia
It's a
for it,
mess. It's a mess.
it's in it like it's way more horror, like but really old creepy horror that isn't like the written the same way. Whereas the way it is from the ninth Doctor on, which like if you go to like Doctor Who on iTunes, I think that would should be slotted as season one. Like on HBO Max, that's season one. So just if you're gonna watch it, start there. Ugh, do I have any more recommendations? I don't know. I watch so much TV.
You know, I mean, history, drama, Peaky Blinders. I just started. Um, it's kind of like it's like Sons of Anarchy, but set in like World War I era in like England. It's about like a gang. I'm only like 2 episodes in, but it's all right. Cillian Murphy is the lead. He's so good at what he does.
Peaky Blinders.
The Peaky Blinders.
I think the only other
Sons of Anarchy, man. Sons of Anarchy is really damn good.
I think the only other thing I would recommend, which might be a little bit of a long shot, but This Is Us is a really, really well written drama.
That
And it is
yeah.
a much better like binge show, I think, because there's been so many gaps in shows. Jeremy, I love Ted Lasso. Ted
I
Lasso needs to sweep the Emmys. That is the best show I have seen in the year.
I I don't have Apple TV, so I'm part of Apple
Wait,
TV. I'm part of Apple TV Press, but I'm not Apple
mm,
TV. Which, by the way, Coda, August like 13th, one of the best films I've seen this year. I saw it at Sundance. Brilliant movie. Apple
I'm
TV
gonna watch
Plus.
it.
Y'all go flip and watch it, please.
Ted Lasso is such a ride, Jeremy. Like you have like seriously, you have to watch it. If you don't know anything about soccer, the only thing you need to know is that it's called football other places, and that the rule of offsides is ridiculously confusing no matter how well you know soccer. That's like those are the only things you need to know, and you only need to know those for context of the jokes. But if you have Apple TV, then Dickinson, my favorite show on there, snubbed at the Emmys in my opinion, and The Morning Show and Defending Jacob, fantastic dramas, fantastic. I am such. If anyone has Apple TV Plus, please subscribe to my channel because I want to talk about more shows on there, but no one has that platform. It is $5 a month. Please download it, get it, do the free trial so we can talk about some stuff. Okay, please.
You sold Ted Lasso like Jack sells a game fuel.
It is such a good show. It is fantastic, and it is like it is exactly what people need after the year that 2020 was. Like it is such a shining light of television. Like, and I
Yeah.
genuinely like can't. I hope I'm not overselling it to you in a sense that then you'll be like it's okay, because like I genuinely think it's so good.
Yeah, and then I hope Jason Sudeikis shows up to the Emmys in a hoodie. Like, please.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the best
Absolutely.
part of award season. Like, I have a big gripe with award shows and the fact that a lot of them do both TV and film in the same time. I have a big gripe with that. Have them be separate times, have them be separate nights. But one of the best parts of award season this year was just seeing what Jason Sudeikis was wearing every award show. I was like, yep, that's me. Sweatpants and a hoodie. That's me.
He's hilarious. I love him so much.
Jack, I'll go half and half with you on an Apple sub. We'll discuss. $250 a month. We'll discuss. Colin's back in here. Sorry I had to pop in and out. Was watching Black Widow again. Great movie.
I love
Pretty
Black
good.
Widow.
If y'all didn't see our live stream on Saturday, it was a lot of fun.
Colin, did you like it just as much the second or third time, or
I liked it
lose
as
it
much
for
the
you?
second time.
I've yet to see it a second time. I feel like I'll wait just now till it's on. Oh my god, it's on Disney. When it's on Disney Plus for free, because I don't have $30 to spend right now, and I'm not going back to the theater.
Yeah. The play is going awesome. And opening night is next Friday.
Ooh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, she said Sasha looked like Jennifer just uploaded. Yeah, she did her 24 movies. She did her 24 movie marathon. She just uploaded her video.
I really need to do that to catch up on my 100 movies I missed challenge. I need to like do a 24-hour thing.
Yeah. Suns are up by 3 with 7 minutes left. Now, I would cheer, but I know at the office we're all Bucks fans tonight, so I'm just not gonna cheer. just gonna sit here in silence and yep. Not gonna cheer because we are Bucks fans tonight at the office.
Is this a pact you all went in on, or?
It's a whole content thing, but we are Bucks fans tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. So I am going to remain silent as a good old Arizona boy. I'm not gonna say anything because that'll come back to bite me at work tomorrow. Do we have any more chats? If not, I'm going to bed.
He's gonna go watch the Suns Bucks game now.
Nah, I'm gonna take a shower and conk out because 6:30 in the morning. Thought that was early and I thought I was fun. I'm really tired. When are we doing a sports movie draft? Soon. We have the MCU draft up right now, which y'all should go check out with Mr. Tom Downey from Chat Sports. Great draft. I should check the poll too because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything because we do it anonymously over here now, but yeah, that's a thing that happened. Let's just, you know what? Last Loki live, let's just hit it twice. Let's just do this shit. Made a new graphic, which was lit.
I like the new graphic a lot.
Team 2 is still in the lead. Team 1 right behind. Teams 3 and 4. Gotta catch up. You haven't voted on the poll already. Go do it.
Go vote.
Look at the graphic. This is Team 1. This is Team 2. This is Team 3. This is Team 4. Go vote on the graphic. Go do it right now. And if you are new here and you're just here from the Loki Lives, you don't know what movie drafts is, it's like my baby. Movie drafts is amazing. We had a new movie draft come out this week around the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Go watch it. What else we got on here? Mass, coming out October 8th. The best movie I've seen this year. I gave it a 98 out of 100. If that means anything to y'all. I gave it a 98 out of 100. Masterpiece. What else we got?
I'm excited to see it because you've spoken so highly about it.
It's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Oh yeah, another it's like it's just a thing that happens now. This Friday, another one. We're doing it again. New song,
Hey,
Logic. We're doing it again.
There you go.
All right. No one else is getting credit on Twitter. So sports movie draft. So we have one more draft already filmed. That's coming out not next week, but the week after. Like I said, we do them every 2 weeks now. So it'll be the one after that. I think it will be the one after that. So, it'll be the week of, 1, 2, second week of August. Second week of August. So, but I'll let you know, Jeremy. We're gonna get some chat sports people on here, and maybe Sasha if she wants to. Oh.
I'd have to watch a lot of sports movies.
Airbud first overall pick.
No, I would pick Miracle.
No, don't.
I'm just.
Don't give your draft strategy away.
I'm not giving away. Maybe I'm trying to throw people off. Maybe that's not what I would go for at all.
I don't know. Miracle would be a really great overall pick.
Yeah, that's a freaking great movie.
Love the new profile pic. Hey, thanks, man. That's all we're gonna say about that, right, Sasha?
Yes, we are not gonna spoil things.
Friday, what time? Because I might be able to. I'm not doing a stream. It's a video, just another video, another Logic video. Because those pop off really, really damn good. Thanks, Rat Pack. Y'all are the best. Which, for everyone that's gone and checked out my MCU ranking, y'all are real ones. Because we just passed. Let me get an update because it's every time. We just passed 574 views on that little thing.
That was an undertaking too.
Freaking video. That and the Pixar one, man. Just those are long videos and to edit them. Oh my god, I want to cry. Bender like Beckham, a deep sleeper. No, it's not. Another inside work. That's another inside work joke. No, it's not, Jeremy, and you know it. Anymore.
The chat sports boys all have their inside jokes.
All we do is joke around all day. That's all we do.
Sounds like fun.
We don't. Okay, we don't. We work, but
I'm just kidding.
We're all in like all of our desks are like in a bullpen. So like we're all together in one kind of just big room, and what are we not gonna? We're gonna joke around. Anymore, because if not, I'm going to bed.
He is tired, ladies and gentlemen.
You see the bags. You see the bags. I also got to send a Slack to everyone. I got to send a Slack to everyone about going to see Space Jam on Friday. Which, Jeremy, if you want to go, let me know. Gotta get your ticket too. Gonna miss these. This is what I look forward to on my Wednesdays. Yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do on Wednesdays now. I miss the content. Just being able to fill a day of content.
You could pick up.
Someone said Monsters at Work. I'm not doing it. Someone said that at the beginning of the stream. I'm not doing it. Love Monsters Inc. It's my favorite Pixar movie. If you guys saw my ranking. Sasha got to come out with all of us whenever you're in Dallas, Sasha. The boys at Chess Sports.
Next time I'm in my birth state of Texas, I'll hit you guys up.
We're a fun group. Or join the sports movie draft. LOL.
We'll see.
Get some rest. Thanks for a fun stream tonight. You get some rest too, bud. Sorry we got off on the wrong foot, but I'm glad you're here. Loki might be down. All right, I'm gonna send a Slack later. It's gonna be 10:30 at night, but we'll get it going. I'm not doing Monsters at Work content either. There's just not enough to talk about like Loki. Respectfully disagree about Loki, Reagan. But yeah, Monsters at Work is just an animated show. It's not anything like groundbreaking. Glad you're doing What If stuff. What If starts in a month. What do y'all do? Will y'all do that show? I might have missed your answering that. I don't think so. It's not canon. It's not like, for me at least, it's not Well, Sasha, I mean, if you want to do it live for What If, let me know.
I would love to. The problem that is going to occur, which Jack and I have talked about a little bit, I start school basically the week that for the last 6 months I will be doing or for my last 6 months of schooling will be this next upcoming 6 months, and Wednesday nights are the organization I'm part of with school. That is our meeting nights. So it
There
is
you
going to
go.
be a challenge if anything comes out, if I will be able to
Hmm.
do anything on Wednesdays.
There you go.
That's be the problem. And then on top of what Jack's saying with What If being kind of just a lot.
Yeah, it's not. It really not anything of consequence for the universe. It's just kind of like, hey, what? It's literally called What If. Like, oh, what if this happened? I don't really know if I'm gonna make any content about it. Honestly, we're getting into the movie season where there's a lot of movies coming out. So I'm trying to catch up with reviews and stuff because that's like the main thing I do here is movie reviews, film critic. That's the main thing I do. So like next week, look at my calendar for next week. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are getting 6 videos next week. 4 of them are movie reviews. One of them is my my film criticism 101 video.
Ooh.
You guys want to learn my
That's gonna be
process and how I review film and stuff? Come back next week. That's one of the videos that's coming out next week.
Gonna want to subscribe for that, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna want to subscribe.
You're gonna want to subscribe. Sasha, have you seen Breaking Bad? Oh god, here we go.
I have. So I guess we are being civil tonight.
Oh,
I
we didn't
haven't
get
been
civil
able
about the Emmys.
well, sorry. I haven't been able to finish Breaking Bad because it is one of the shows I started with my lovely boyfriend, and then we have picked up other
Ah, it's
shows.
one of those.
And since Breaking Bad started that way, it has been a difficult one to transition to just a me show. So Christian has now wanted to loosen the reins on that, yet we haven't returned to it. So the answer is yes, I've seen Breaking Bad, but not all of Breaking Bad. Yes.
Don't ask the next question you're going to ask, Jeremy, because I'm not going to put it on screen. I meant unlike Loki. Okay. It's a direct result of the time stream breaking, so I disagree, but fair enough, definitely. I actually didn't know that. That's actually a good call. That actually makes a lot of sense.
I definitely was reminded of What If at the beginning of this episode of Loki when it's showing like the timeline and all the cosmic stuff and going.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
It made me think a lot about like the Watcher, which I think plays into this. I think
that
the
actually
only
makes a lot of sense.
For me, it's more a busyness thing and just the fact that this has taken up my entire Wednesdays, which is super fun.
My dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes, but Wednesday's not gonna be as fun when August rolls around. I got homework.
Yeah, and just for me, it's like I'll watch What If and I'll tweet. If you guys want to see my go to my Twitter, I will tweet my reactions for it. But yeah, it's like I said, we're getting into blockbuster season. So like I said, if you guys are new here, my main thing I do here is not actually like Marvel content. I do a lot of Marvel content, obviously, because I love it, but I'm a film critic. That's what I do mainly here. So with blockbuster season coming and it's already kind of here, I just catching up on a lot of movies. It's just really what it is. Like I said, 4 of the 6 videos next week are going to be movie reviews. So there's a lot of content to make and not enough time in the day to make it. And I refuse to put out 2 videos. A day. I just don't think for a content strategy, I just don't think, especially with a smaller platform like mine, putting out 2 videos a day is just, it's too much. It stifles the first video that you do. Oh, if you like indie films, I think we all think We're Special on Amazon is pretty good. I actually have heard of that one. Should probably check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. What's your guys' favorite movie what's your favorite movie / TV snacks, popcorn, candy, drinks? Sasha, what do you got? It's a great question.
Okay, so definitely popcorn. Trick, because I love buttered popcorn. I don't really like a lot of like the cheese or like the there's a lot of people that are really into and passionate about the way they do the popcorn. I get it from the people. I put butter on the top and then you get the straw and you get it in the middle and you get it all like nice and buttered. So that's good. I don't mix things into my popcorn, which I didn't even know was a thing until I just watched Whiplash recently.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm not a fan of that idea. Although I do think it's sweet in the movie how he's like, no, I let you do that because you like it. Like, I would never eat the Raisinets or whatever it is.
Miles Teller's the man.
Sweet. But, like, I love popcorn. My go-to is a Coke slushie. Like, and this is talking like we're spending someone else's money, because if it's my money, I'm buying the ticket and I'm going to the theater, and that's
Yep.
period, end of sentence. But like that is I'm repeating myself. So buttered popcorn the special way, Coke slushie if we're gonna splurge, and then the candy really depends on the day, because I am a huge fan of like sour Skittles. Gummy bears slap with movie theater popcorn. Okay, like go dumb hard, like stupid hard, so good. Okay, I'm very passionate about this. So like sour Skittles, that, but Milk Duds, because I couldn't have them. I had braces twice, y'all. That's how we had this smile, but twice, which means no caramel, no gum, none of this kind of sticky stuff. So Milk Duds are like a sense of freedom that like you don't understand.
That's good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like yeah, Milk Duds. What about you, Jack?
When I'm at a movie theater, I don't really consume anything. I'm kind of there to just watch the movie. And if I try to drink anything, then I got to go to the bathroom. And Jeremy at work knows I go to the bathroom like 8 or 9 times a day because I have the bladder of a 4-year-old. But like at home, I mean, I love chips. That's not really a movie theater snack, but I love chips. The cookie dough bites, like the cookie dough candy, you know, those like cookie dough, like little balls
Yes,
or
those
whatever.
are so good.
Elite. And then, you know, I'm a big Coke Zero guy. I mean, I love Coke Zero. That's just my thing. So
See, I can't even drink regular Coke anymore. Like it messes my stomach so bad. Like I've cut it because I drink coffee, like so much coffee. I'm like I can't have this and dark sodas.
oh
Like
yeah,
caffeinated sodas.
you
So I
gotta
just like,
pick.
cut those off unless it's like the rare occasion that I'm at Chick-fil-A and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a Dr. Pepper with my chicken sandwich. Like I'm in that kind of mood, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
like the movie theater Coke slushie is something else to me.
Yeah. So pumped for Film Criticism 101 because that will help me so much with rating and reviewing movies. I hope you know, I don't know, like I'm obviously I'm not like the source for this stuff. You know, obviously
He has a journalism degree though, ladies and gents. Let's not short
yeah.
yourself, Jack.
Okay. But like it's also like one of the big tips I'll give is like you got to kind of find your own style and find the way that you look at a film, because like my rating system is going to be a lot different than other people's systems of how they rate films. It comes to you as you go. But yeah, I mean, I hope I can help in some way. I'm still learning. I've got like books on my bedside table about how to watch film and how to like react and what to look for. Like I'm still learning too. Like I don't think that I'm like the be all end all source for this, but I hope I can help a little bit. Michael, I'm not going to put you up on the screen. All I'm going to say, if you're trying to be negative, leave. If you're not, then stay. I appreciate the watch time, but if you're trying to be negative, leave the stream. I don't need you here. I'm not going to put you on screen. You don't deserve the time of day. Jack, add Sasha to your film friend section. I need to add a lot of people. I just haven't updated that in like a year. I need to add a lot. There's a lot of people in there I need to add.
I literally just figured out today how to do that.
Yeah. I don't remember too, so that's like a reason it hasn't changed. But
Listen, you pop up in my subscription feed, so I'm like almost never clicking on your just channel page, you know?
Yeah.
So like
I mostly have that on there for like people that are on my channel to like go to those channels.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's almost easier.
It's gonna sound weird, but 7-Eleven brand gummy bears are elite. Haven't had any.
Had those. The like I want to say it's like the Kroger, like this kind of the similar like gummy drops. The like the ones you get at like Christmas time to decorate gingerbread houses. Those go hard. Black Forest gummy bears are the ones I get at my movie theater if I'm gonna get them with the popcorn. But Haribo gummy bears for just quality gummy bear. Excellent. Fantastic.
Yeah. Same, Jack. Not much of a snack guy either at the movies. Yeah, a lot of times I end up getting to the movie theater right when the movie's starting, so I don't really have time to get in line for the snacks. But yeah, I mean, like either I'll get an upset stomach. I don't know why that just is. Like if I eat some junk in a movie, my stomach just ends up hurting. I don't know why that is. And then with like drinks and stuff, I will have to pee halfway through the movie on a clock. It's literally on a clock. Because I again have the bladder of a 4-year-old. So it's like, there you go.
Okay, since we've been joking about brand stuff, can I bring something up that I think is the funniest creation?
Yes.
So there is this, I can't remember if it's an app based on a web, like a, I mean most apps like have a website associated with them, but like I think it's an app. It's called RunPee, and it is designed to tell you best times in a movie to go to the bathroom. Which, granted, they keep it relatively spoiler free. They'll just say like when such and such happens, like for example in Endgame, it would be like when Tony Stark is talking to Pepper about her uncle or Infinity War uncle, it would be like after that is a good time to go to the bathroom. I'm not saying that specifically is what it said,
Yeah.
but it is. I found it like back in high school. I thought it was the funniest thing. Obviously, you can't like whip out your phone in the movie theater and be like, okay, like distract yourself to see if it's a good time to go to the bathroom. But like, if anyone's looking for like an app to see when to go to the bathroom, like you could scroll through it before potentially. Um, to see. I just think it's the funniest thing that
Well,
someone has come up with.
I am that app for my sister because because I'll always see the movie first, and then usually if it's a movie I really like, I'll be like, oh, we all need to go see it. So like she on cue when we were about to go into Black Widow, she's like, yo, you need to tell me when it's a good time to pee because I'm probably gonna have to go to the bathroom. Um, so yeah. I'll hit you in a sec, Reagan, but people are leaving. My dog needs a walk. Wish you both a great night. Sasha, love your videos. Jack just subbed. Look forward to many more of yours. Night. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you for coming in. Um, have a great night and
Thank you so much.
take
Have
your
a
dog
great
on a walk.
yes. Let the dog
Jeremy.
run.
Later, Sasha. Later, Jack. See you tomorrow where I'll be SFAing some graphics. Yeah. We will both. I'll see you tomorrow, Jeremy. Sasha, same. Coke messes with my stomach too. So I just have Diet Coke. That helps.
I switched to I don't want to say switch. I would start trying Diet Coke, but it has the like aspartame
Yeah.
aftertaste that I just can't
Coca-Cola,
do.
Coke Zero. Coke Zero. Coke Zero.
Well, I just can't do Coke anymore. Like it's just so off of my
Yeah.
like so the
No,
only soda
yeah.
I will drink now is Dr. Pepper. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like even Dr. Pepper ginger ale, or I kind of like mess with Fresca a little bit. I don't know why. It's pretty good, but like those, yeah, those would be my go-tos if I'm going to have a soda. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I am a little too like sometimes I have to tell myself like I'm not gonna have coffee today. Like I will have a nap just to prove to myself like I don't need it. But then
Yeah.
it'll just go the next day and it'll be like, yeah, no, first thing out of bed. First, I think I made a joke to one of my friends last week of like the first like half hour I'm awake is just spent lying in bed being like, do I want an iced coffee or a hot coffee this morning? Like just because I love coffee so much. It's
I
rough.
wish I had that. I wish I was able to do that.
It's
Like
rough.
7:30, eyes open, get in the shower. Yeah. All right. Well, people are leaving, walking their dogs and going. Oh no, Aiden, I'm sorry. Sorry, Aiden. I'm sorry, Aiden. Oh, I just saw your comment come in the chat. Hey, finally able to join. How's it
Hey,
going? Good. We're about to end, but going really well. I hope you're going. Also, sun's down right now with 30 seconds left. Bro, okay, cool. What's the score? I kind of want to know.
give us
Like
the
I
score,
said,
Aiden.
like I said, we're Bucks fans at the office today, so 105.9. Oh yeah, they're gonna lose. Okay. Okay. Well, we were Bucks fans at the office, so I guess it's not bad. I do want the Suns to win though. That's fine. I'll rewatch the replay. All right. You get to see us argue about the Emmys. Jack, I found your channel a while ago. Love the content. Sasha, your channel's great as well. Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate
I've
it.
never seen you in here before. That's cool. Thank you. 105, 101, 13.7. Yeah, it's over. It's whatever. That's fine. 2-2.
Stressful to watch.
2-2. We'll head back to Phoenix. They'll win again. They'll be up 3-2. It'll be a clinching game. And then they're going to get 2 more games in Phoenix. So it's easy. They'll just win both in Phoenix.
How can I ask a question really quickly before you go? How often does the finals end not in like a game 7? Because like I've heard rumors before that it almost always goes to same game 7 because they get paid more if it goes longer. But then I'm like, why would you not like just sweep a team if you could?
Well, if you can, you will. Um, yeah, they definitely don't do it for the drama. I will say that. Like if you can, it will. you will sweep. I think it's just like when you get to that point, it's the best of the best. So it's like they just play well against each other. And a lot of it has to do with home field advantage too. So like for basketball, at least, in like when you're at your home arena, you got the fans there. It gets rowdy. Um, like they played the first two games in Phoenix and the Suns dominated because the crowd was just insane. And now they're in Milwaukee and they've won two. So yeah, like it's usually never a sweep because it's the best of the best. It's gonna go at least 5 or 6, I would say usually. But a lot of times it goes 7, and that's the two greatest words in sports. Game 7, it's the two greatest words in sports. So yeah, it's weird. I mean, obviously Boston has had such a great track record of winning championships, so I like never want them to go to Game 7. I'm like, can we just like close it out now? But the Red Sox won 4 ships since 2000, so that's cool. Yesterday at Target, I found Love and Monsters for $9.96, and in the back they had a copy with a slip. What a great find! See, Aiden, I'm telling you. I mean, Reagan, I'm telling you, look for that stuff. It's where you
I
get the goods.
love that movie.
That movie's great.
love
Watched
that
it in a plane.
Same. We
That's
talked
the
about
running. That is the running gag for me tonight. I watched it on a plane
this.
because I just travel all the time. I guess I don't know.
Busy guy.
I'm
Big,
just count.
big airplane guy.
I'm big airplane guy. I'm counting down the weeks till I hop on an airplane to LA. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be lit. All right, that's it. I'm going to bed. Very happy about the Kang reveal and how it wasn't bad. Kang was, and now we get the Conqueror. Yeah, I like that. We talked about it. You'll see it. You'll see it in the review. But yeah. All right, that's it. No more comments, please. I don't want it because if you do, I will respond. I just don't want to. I love y'all, but I'm flipping tired. I got to shower. All right, Sasha. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna cry. It's very bittersweet. I'm saying goodbye to my host, my co-host, forever. Not forever, but it's been fun.
Forever.
So Sasha, first off, thank you. And I appreciate you for taking the time every Wednesday to come talk about Loki.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Jack. This has been the most fun 6-week experiment adventure talking about the show. I absolutely love doing it.
It's been great. And what do you got coming up? What's coming? What are we excited about? What are we waiting for?
Other than High School Musical, the musical, the series, episode 10 review on Friday, and I'm doing a joint stream for the 9th and 10th episode on Saturday. Other than that, I'm not going to say anything because I last time said things that have yet to come out. So I'm just not going to jinx myself, and you guys will see it when you see it. But
you'll see it when you see it.
But for sure, the High School Musical stuff.
Yeah, that's great. That's Sasha, everyone. You know her, you love her. Go follow her. She's everywhere. She started a new Instagram today.
I did, yeah.
Go follow that ish.
My links. It's Sasha Raquel YouTube.
Go follow that ish.
YT.
Go follow that right now. All right, me. What do I got? Let's take a gander for y'all. Tomorrow is my series review of Loki. I sat down like I do movie review style and reviewed the series this morning because I had way too much time before I had to leave for work. Then on Friday, we will have the review from this stream cut up, a spoiler review. Saturday, you're getting a video on Saturday, everyone. Yay. Space Jam review coming on Saturday. Monday, can't tell you yet. Embargoed, but it'll be out. Tuesday's Escape Room 2. I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Wednesday is a review of No Sudden Move, the Steven Soderbergh movie that came out a few weeks ago. Want to review it? It's fine. But that review is coming out on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm not sure yet. It's one of 2 videos. I'm not sure. Next Friday is Film Criticism 101. And next Saturday is my Snake Eyes review. So that's what's coming, y'all.
That's some exciting stuff.
Exciting stuff is coming. I want to thank the audience. I want to thank all of you guys. We started this with me coming in, having 0 viewers, no comments, and sitting here for a half an hour waiting for people to come into the stream. And now we've got people waiting for the stream to start, which is great. I don't know where we were 6 weeks ago. We were less than 700 subscribers 6 weeks ago, and now we are at 744. which is great. So thank you guys. The growth has been awesome. But let's not stop. I want to get to 1,000. A few people at the beginning of the year told me that 1,000 was obtainable by the end of the year. I still don't believe that. But we'll see. We shall see.
Never know.
But I appreciate y'all. Loki is done. Loki is done. But we might be back for season 2. I don't know. We'll see what the timing's like. But guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been fun. Loki's over. Bittersweet. Want to cry, but that's fine. Have a rest of your day or night. It's night. And we'll see ya not next Wednesday, but we'll figure it out. We'll see you guys later.